on me. Never cuff, no hoe, no cops with me. She got an IDO status, she my property. Thought God, even blind bitches watch for me. Got me feeling like thought God. Hoes treat me like Jesus. Got me feeling like thought God. Say, ho, I really mean it. Thought, yeah, I need to stop. Pockets hungry, full of money, like to eat a lot. Say my pockets full of madam, like to beat a lot. Girl, if you sucking my dick, I can feel the teeth stop. Ain't thought, no, my beat not. Couldn't walk up in my shoes with some clean socks. Lil' how these Louis V, not a Reeboks. Stand
We are lit in the building. It's Freaky Friday.
Oh,
it's
it
Freaky
is
Friday.
Fridays. I'm over here
It's
on
Freaky Friday.
today's.
And I am Alexander DeVoe.
And I'm
who's
Gianna Taylor.
Gianna
I love
Taylor in the
stilts,
building.
Whatever y'all
It's
want to call
it's
me.
another Freaky Friday. We had a blast last week, and
Man, it was
this
crazy
week,
last week. This
it's gonna
week
be
is gonna
smoking.
even crazier.
because we got some special guests in studio today.
We got some titties in studio. You know, we got to start off with the titties.
The titties.
We got, her titties got a mind of their
titties.
own.
See,
So-
see,
Forget about the muscles.
Yeah,
But
right.
you know what?
Don't
You know-
forget about the muscles.
you know what I can say? Out of all the titties we've had in the building, and we've had a lot of titties, these got to be the ultimate titties in the building today.
These are the biggest.
It is time to get
Titties.
these titties insured.
Now, who are these lovely titties attached to?
Right.
Hey, so it's your girl Ebony Goddess.
That's what's
Mystique.
up. She's definitely a goddess.
What's happening?
Mystique.
Yes.
Yes,
Y'all
y'all.
say what's up to Mystique.
And also in the building
Yeah.
we have.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Big Sid,
He trying to be
aka
shy.
Big Dice.
Uh-oh,
He's
big
shy.
dice.
Okay.
Now
big.
listen, we
That's
going
the point, big.
we going go right in on this.
We about to go right in.
because, hold up, because you know we
Holla,
See his,
holla, holla.
see his
Hold
name.
on.
He say
we
he
know
Big
him
Sid.
as Sid.
Rick Ross in the building.
We know him
Dropping
as
new music today.
we know him
we
as
mature.
Sid. Where does Big Dice come from? Tell
Big
us
Dice.
a little bit about who Big Dice is and who Sid was.
wait a minute.
Sid was just your normal dude.
He stuttered and shit.
Was that right?
Not even. Normal dude. You know, just a blue collar worker. You know,
Blue
hustler.
collar.
Blue
Wait,
collar.
Wait a minute. Where did this story come from? Because I don't know the motherfucker was a blue collar worker.
Blue collar
I
worker.
worked in corporate America and everything.
Nah, I knew this motherfucker named Sid. And he was stripping. Like that's how I knew. That's how the story
Sid
goes.
was slinging
Stripping.
penis on set.
Penis,
What?
dingaling, like all that type
That
of
was
shit.
back, way back.
This sounds like
Back
some
in the
day
day.
and night shit.
Yeah,
What's
back
going
in the
on?
days.
So let us know.
So
what's
it
going
was
on.
it was like an urban legend. There was these two dudes, and they was just slinging major dick around. So we had to go meet these motherfuckers.
It was Sid and
Yeah.
CJ.
Sid and
Yeah.
CJ,
Sid
the
and
twins.
CJ.
That was
Motherfucking
man.
twins
Doing
and
our
shit.
thing. Just
Those
doing our
two.
thing, man.
Yeah.
Cool as fuck, man. It was a great experience.
And we saw it was funny because we saw these two. It was just like, you know what? we gotta have these motherfuckers because all the ladies
Yeah.
want to work with these two
Right.
dudes
you
because
got,
they were just like superheroes.
you
and
got
shit.
Sid, like big, muscled up dude.
Chiseled.
And then you got CJ. He was like
A smaller version,
a
but
still
smaller,
chiseled.
up Sid.
Yeah.
Like
we
he was
wanted to bring something different to the industry back
Definitely.
then, you know, just the
Yes.
body, the tightness, and just performance, you know.
It was.
I mean,
like
I think
that,
it was definitely needed.
Yeah,
So.
Yeah.
on that time, man. But a lot of things happened and transpired since then, but it's been beautiful. But a learning experience.
though. Was it beautiful though? Like when you
So,
came in?
since we're talking about the industry and your experience, how long
Yeah.
were you in the industry?
I think it was like, what, 3 years? 3 years.
Yeah, that's a long
Just 3
time. In
years,
porno
yeah.
years, that's a long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
To
Just
be
in and
doing
out.
that, yeah.
Yeah, just in and out, you know, commuting back and forth from Vegas to LA.
Yeah. So how did that happen though? Like where were you discovered at? Like that's what I want to know.
Man, it's crazy, man. I was working at Gold's Gym out there in Las Vegas, and of course, big fan of Brazilian Bubble Butts, you know, TT Boy, and
TT boy.
this
TT
one
Boy.
actor came in. I forgot his name. Skinny dude, pointy nose, dark skinned brother.
That's a lot of dudes.
High top fade, doing that.
Shawn
era.
Michaels?
No, not Shawn
No.
Michaels. I forgot the dude name. Skinny dude, but he had to get out the industry. But I was like, man, I know this dude right here. I seen him before. And I was like, dang, Brazilian bubble butts and stuff. I was like, I want to talk to him and just find out about the industry, you know, and how it is. And as he was coming out the gym doors and everything, running around the counter, I said, hey, man, I know who you are. I said, man, I want to know about the industry. So he told me about the industry and had me connected with a TT boy. I forgot the manager over there, who was over there running it too, brother.
Over at TT Boys, that was
I forgot
Who? What?
He gonna be mad.
Was it
at me.
Zendaya? Linda?
No,
No, the other brother.
No, it was Mark Anthony.
Mark Anthony. Yeah, Mark Anthony.
Oh, he was like he was.
Shout
he
out
was
to Mark
mad.
Anthony.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mark
Shout out
Anthony,
Mark
man.
was
Anthony.
Like he gave me
running stuff
he gave
over
me
there.
that shot. He gave me that
Yes.
shot. You know, so that link was connected. Got with Mark Anthony, and just put me on from there.
Yeah, I mean, I just did an interview with TT Boy and like a few weeks ago, and it brought back a whole bunch of memories
Yeah.
because a lot of people, all of y'all was working for TT Boy back
Yeah.
then, and
That's
Wow.
like the golden age of
That
porno back
was
then.
the
And
golden
shout out to
Like,
TT
everybody was in
Boy.
that.
Shout out to
Yeah, shout out to
Cherie. The
TT
interview,
Boy.
if you haven't
Yeah.
seen it, it's on YouTube. It's
Cherie.
fucking fire.
Yeah.
You're
and you
missing
did
out.
an interview too.
Yes, but we talking about your interview. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God, it was fire. You giving gems. Like, if y'all haven't seen it, y'all need to go on and view. Period.
Okay, now where did these titties come in at? Like
Now,
that's what I want to know.
these
Titties.
Titties over
Titties.
there.
Please share
And
this.
where'd you get your name from, Miss?
Mystique. So that came from Pinky Triple X and Jeremy Royal, who was her partner in crime since the
Oh,
beginning.
okay.
So
I know,
they
we
gave
got-
me my name. If it was up to me, my name would have been something like Dark Exotic,
Like Bubbles or
something,
something?
some
Yeah.
shit. I don't know. We probably would have
Bubbles.
changed it every month. I'm not sure, but I like it and I'm going with it. And yeah, that's where my name came
So
from.
Mystique is for like
So
you.
did
You
you-
were mysterious. Like
Did you
had
add the
hidden
goddess
tricks. and
onto
shit?
it?
You got hidden
So,
skills.
my understanding is because when you look at me initially, you think sex, right? But underlying, there's so much more. I come from a genre of different businesses before this industry that I've jumped in very recently that I immediately love, which is this porn industry. So there's history with me. So it's not just all what you see. It's not just sex. I'm so much more. It's kind of mysterious. Like, what's up with you? Like, there's something about you.
What you got really going on?
Like
What's
what?
really
Like you
going
got
on?
hidden
So-
talents?
So what's
What?
your hidden talents?
Skills?
What other businesses?
So
shit.
Where
to
do you?
be, I
Deep
be
throat?
draining them cocks. Like I be doing that. Like I didn't even understand.
Wait, hold on.
this
You
gig.
like to your business is draining cocks? Like
That's
dating?
my business at this point.
Oh, okay.
You know, oh my God, all she do is fuck. Yes, I do it and I do it well. So what happened is it seems like I'm starting to bring out the biggest loads out of these performers. And it's like
Now why is that though?
we
Well, what
gotta
do you
ask them. We gotta get this on them show and it's facts. They'll confirm it.
No, I want to know what
Sid,
your
Sid,
technique
ready
is.
to
How you
jump
do
back
that?
in, Sid? You ready to jump back in?
Sid could jump in. It's this body
Dick
count.
sucking contest today. That's what we're doing on Freaky Friday.
Hey, I mean, are you still
Freaky
performing?
Friday.
Sid? We'll talk after the show.
Yeah,
but
let's talk about this shit.
you know,
That's big dice. What you talking about? He performing. Like,
okay.
yeah.
Well, we have to link this
Perform
up.
for the ladies.
I
So-
know,
The
he getting
ladies.
red. Look
I
at him,
think
look
it
at
comes from just really understanding that sex is an art. You have to be very mature.
She's artful with
Yes.
it.
you know what I'm saying? To
Yeah.
understand what I'm trying to give.
So you don't just suck a regular dick. Like
No,
you got,
no.
You
You
got
can't
like
just suck a dick.
hints and
you gotta
clues and tips and
listen
skills.
to when people is yes, because men give tips.
All right, so here, for those out here listening and watching, let's get some tips and pointers from Mystique. Like, what is a typical dick sucking
Oh, wow.
session go? How does it go for you?
Okay, first of all, you got to get them hard. That's important. You can't suck a marshmallow dick. It's just not going to work. It's just, we're not getting anywhere. So
Marshmallow
the first thing you got to do is entice your man, honey. You got to keep it exciting. You can't come ashy. You got to come, I mean, it's a real
Oh, so he gotta-
visual
so he gotta oil up
perspective.
first.
Like, both of us. I mean, I'm not worried about him too much because we'll take care
Now,
of
what
that.
kind
But
of oil?
visually, when your man is
Coconut
looking
oil?
at you, coconut oil is the best. We love the coconut oil. It's the natural.
Shea butter.
Yes, shea butter. Yes. There we go. You got to know what you got to do. It's an art. I'm trying to tell you.
It's a lot of work you got to do
Okay.
to get your dick sucked.
So first
Like-
of all, it's a visual thing. You got to
Oh,
get them ready, and then I mean, you got to pay attention to your mate. The eyes will tell it all.
connection,
If you're
right?
bored, honey, he gonna let you know. You don't never want the rolling of the eyes is different. But if the nigga's like,
looking all over the place, trying to focus.
So, Mystique, like,
trying
what
to
do you-
figure out what he
what do
going
you-
to think about everything but what's in the room.
What are
gotta
you
pay
wearing?
attention.
Like, what are you wearing as you doing this technique? Are you wearing something like? Because this
Oh,
this
it
outfit you got
depends.
on is banging. Like,
oh,
it's some yellow. Ooh,
Thank
shit.
you.
Right, she got on
Get
the
them
yellow
titties.
outfit with the
Colors.
titties.
Yes.
The titties over here.
Got it.
Okay.
it
You got
depends.
flaunt it.
It
There's
depends.
nothing
I
wrong
mean,
with it.
first of all, I think the best dress is your asshole naked self.
Damn.
That's just me
Okay.
personally.
Butter ass
but
naked.
It's a lot of people
Shea
that's not
butter.
comfortable in that, and I'm one to play games. Sometimes I like to take off layers, so it all depends on how I feel, where we at, how the night's going. I mean, if we on the Ferris wheel, I don't know if I'm gonna be asshole naked,
Right.
but you know, you gotta just keep it Now back
Spicy.
to sucking the dick.
Yeah,
So,
see, I'm trying to get to this
Right,
technique.
we gotta get to this technique. Tell us about this
That
technique.
Because Freaky Friday is educational as
I
well,
think
too.
it's important to really understand anatomy. People Google the wrong things.
Well, she's
honey.
scientific with it.
You
too.
gotta, because it's a penis, it's an organ, and it's a muscle. So if you kind of know where to go, what to do with it, you can really
So
bring
where
out
are you
some.
supposed to start at? Come on, tell us where you start at. You what?
I like the balls for some reason. I think the
Oh, these
balls, like
nuts?
people don't these nuts, because first of all, girls tend to like shy away from that area. It's an organ. It's part of the dick. So you gotta like pay
Damn,
attention
she-
to it. We
she
miss
know what
it.
she's talking about now.
So you start from the bottom. It's just like us, honey. We want that I mean, I need to get me ready. I need to feel that tongue in my pussy. Like, I need to feel something. Like, lick on me, touch me. It's just not bust
Hallelujah.
out your dick unless I'm
Right.
just gonna give you regular pussy. You gonna be a regular nigga? I'm gonna give you regular pussy.
I know that's
But
right.
if you
got-
take
she got
your time
degrees.
with me, honey, you
Degrees.
got
Ladies, I
levels
hope
to
y'all
this shit.
listening.
Ladies,
Look,
She give out different pussy type. Like
It's
that-
levels
that's
to
yeah,
this
amazing.
neglect
shit.
the balls. See this? Y'all know. Y'all motherfuckers know.
right, you can't neglect the balls.
Period.
You can't
So
neglect-
Mystique is
So
giving
start
up.
from the bottom.
Right,
So
start
do
from
you
the bottom.
suck on the balls? Do you suck on them?
Oh,
you
I
grab
suck on them. I
you
lick
rub
on them.
you
I
lick 'em?
I tends to the balls.
Damn.
You gotta
Okay.
tend to the balls.
All right
So
now.
that's what sex is. If you pay attention and it's intimacy, you're gonna go far. You're gonna get that cum shot, that load, that scene.
She got whole porn terminology.
Yeah,
that comes
she
out.
She got it
Sorry,
all. Like, you know
people
what I'm
be
saying?
saying
Like,
So
gangs
while
and
still
all.
waiting.
we're
Gangs with
on
the
this
D.
subject
still waiting.
of
or the pig.
giving head and all of that good shit.
Yeah.
So I want to know. Okay, so actually, goddamn wanted me to ask you guys this question real fast for the guys that are
For the
he-
dudes? It's for the dudes.
Well, it's kind of for both because it goes both ways.
okay.
So are you a pleaser? Like, can you? Okay, so are you like okay? So would you
He
just
like, no.
go give a girl some head, get her off, and be like, I'm good. You don't even need to. We good. I just wanted to come please you, boo.
Wait,
Tell-
what
tell
is
the truth.
what is
Tell-
we
come on
good
now.
mean? Like, what is?
Not
Shut
me.
your ass up.
Not me. I'm a pleaser, and I like that attention too, as well. Serve right back. But if our body is connected, oh, it's about to go down.
Oh, see, he on
It's
some
about to go
sensual
down.
love making
Yeah.
type
Oh,
shit.
okay.
Yeah.
So you have never just like okay, I'm gonna just please you and I don't need to be pleased.
No.
Can you ever think of no?
No.
Oh, he know off top.
No.
How
Wait a
about
minute,
You?
I'm
Have you
not-
just
wait.
ever sucked a nigga's dick and just been like, I'm gonna just suck your dick and I'm gonna leave you there,
Yes.
and you ain't need nothing else.
Yes.
Oh, that's the question. I
Yeah,
thought it was
that's the
something
question.
else. Like,
No, it's like, are you a pleaser? Like, can you go and please someone without
without the
having them
expectation.
please you, expectation of them pleasing you in return?
That's that's easy.
So Sid is not a pleaser.
Oh,
But you a
said-
pleaser, but you need to be pleased in return. So
return,
you ain't about to sit there with no hard dick and like.
You gotta talk to
Like-
me, baby. 'cause I'm gonna talk to you.
With Sid, it's like
You
a
ain't
two-way
talking to
street.
me, and I'm doing all the
It's a
talking.
two-way street.
Yeah, it's a two-way
He
street.
can't just get his dick sucked. Like, wait a minute, you can't just wait. I'm confused. So you said like you can't just do something and then just let it sit there. You gotta have some shit done to you in return. Otherwise, it ain't happening like
Yep,
that.
absolutely.
Okay, I got you. Yeah,
That is absolutely
Yeah, I
correct,
got you.
man. We
All right,
have
so
our
ladies-
We all have our
Ladies,
ways,
if
man.
y'all if
We all have our
Sid giving
personal
y'all
fetishes.
some head, y'all better be
know?
ready to give him some head back in
Right.
return or
Yeah,
hop on it.
okay.
or
Don't get it hot
something,
and
you
steamy
know.
for nothing.
I mean, that's kind of selfish,
on.
Sid. You know what I'm saying?
That-
Like,
Don't get it hot and steamy for nothing.
it's Freaky Friday. You gotta spread the love around.
Yeah.
Man. You gotta return it. So you just like fuck that. I don't give a fuck.
Fuck that. We fucking.
It gotta
we
go.
fucking.
We,
Right.
It gotta
simple
go.
as
Something
that.
gotta go down. Look. Something gotta go down.
That's
Don't get all
personal
this blood in
preference.
here
That's
for
a
nothing.
personal
Put it to
preference.
use.
What about you?
I mean, what you mean? What about me?
I mean, you a dude in the room.
Hey, we
you
are
can
human
answer-
beings, man.
You can
Like,
answer
come
this
on.
question.
I mean, I'll probably do it first, but I don't. I don't really require that. Like, you don't have to. Give me something in return. Like, I'll try to do you till you exhausted. Number one, I mean, that's just how I am. That's the type of motherfucker I am. So it's not really important to me to have the reciprocal action take place, as long as long as the other person is satisfied and pleased. That's like
Well,
politically correct
Can I ask
answer.
a
got
to
his
that.
question?
answer. Okay,
Is
what's
there
your question?
something wrong with the competitive, like, fucker?
What is
Wait,
that?
what you mean?
Yeah.
If I asked you, how many times have you busted a nut before in one encounter? And you tell me 3. And I'm shooting for like 6. Like, is something wrong with that?
So
Regardless of how we
Well,
get
you
it
try-
going, whether
what-
I do you first or you do me second, if we busting nuts, like,
you trying to make somebody bust 6 nuts?
oh, that's not normal.
I mean, that's,
Shit, I don't
That's
know. You gotta
wonderful.
ask. Like I said,
That's
can
like
you
a-
bust 6 nuts?
I mean, is this for the dudes or for the females?
Man.
Is this for the dudes?
I mean, but it's easy to make a
She's
girl
straight
like
emptying
bust
out
6
tanks
nuts.
on y'all, man. Shit, I don't think I have enough for all of that.
I feel like I need to call a
God
person,
dang.
but I'm not one of them people. Like, cause I feel like I'm weirdo now. Like, that's not normal. Like,
Yeah.
didn't I make you bust 6 nuts before? Like, yeah.
I mean, that's just like that's
You,
kind
I
of like
mean, you talking about fucking and sucking and
she talking
just-
about
just-
marathon
I think
sex.
sucking
though.
is
That's a-
fucking. I think that's just part of sex too.
That's a lot of
my
nuts
God.
for men. That's a lot of
lot.
I
busting.
mean, cause what is we trying to do when we laying down? Like, I'm not trying to just like pump and stuff.
See, you should,
But I think
she's
that's
trying to
a
have like
lot.
a she's
I
trying to
think
have
for
like an extended
females-
session though.
I think for females, yeah, we can because it's us. Like we could bust multiple nuts in like a
I
couple
mean, dudes
seconds.
can do the same thing.
No,
Like, yeah,
I
they
don't
can.
think you
They
guys
can.
can. No, because
You
your dick
can.
gets soft.
No,
First
it
off,
don't. Who said that?
It does.
Who
Your
said
dick
your
is gonna
dick-
go down after
Sid,
you
your
come.
dick
Your
don't
dick
get your dick don't
It
go down.
happens. It happens.
I'm
Okay,
saying, like,
so 9 times out of 10, your dick is going to get soft, and
Yeah.
then
A typical
then
motherfucker.
we have to
maybe.
get it back up. Correct?
Yeah.
Your
Not
shit
really.
ain't staying fucking rock hard after you
It
bust a
will.
nut.
Your dick do stay hard
This
after you do
this
that.
is motherfucking bionic man over here. This motherfucker never. It's a bionic
But that's
motherfucker
why
over
he's
here.
special.
I mean, who
This
dick
is
don't?
Not
Who,
everybody. That's what I'm talking about.
who
y'all.
I
dick-
mean, I don't have a
That's
dick,
what
so
it
I
is,
can't
y'all.
Who
tell
dick
you.
just
But the
go-
guys in the building,
But I'm-
like, okay, so your dick don't go down when you bust a nut.
That's not what I'm saying. Like it depend. It depends. Now,
Oh,
okay.
it's
Now,
going
mistake.
down.
I understand where she coming from. Like she talking about like, okay, once it's opened up with her, she not trying to just bust a dude off one time and then you done.
Right.
Like she's saying like, okay, her goal is to keep the dude's dick up.
Shit, I just
and
said
come
6
as much as
times.
possible.
Ooh, geez,
That's
y'all-
not
y'all
unusual.
marathon
I mean, a
fucking.
motherfucker can bust off 10 times. Like you can fuck 10 times. Your dick ain't got to go down.
I think
As
me
long
and
as-
Sid on the same page. That shit unusual than a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Cause just think
It's
about
not-
it, if
but
you
it's not,
fuck
though.
like that, you don't really gotta fuck every day unless you just like want to. But if you fuck like marathon fuck, like it's Friday,
Your dick
honey,
ain't gonna go
we
down.
about to go. It's about to go down. I'm
It's
about to
Freaky
get
Friday,
pretty
so-
for you. We about to do whatever we about to do, and our goal is like 5 nuts, honey.
But
We
it's
don't
not
gotta fuck
okay.
Tomorrow. We
See,
can
I-
go to Malibu, eat breakfast, and just sit in the bed.
I understand what she's
Yeah,
saying.
Y'all motherfuckers ain't
You
leaving
what?
out. You ain't getting him to leave out the house after he bust 5 motherfucking nuts.
That motherfucker gonna be walking all
Listen,
fucked up.
Uber Eats.
Look,
Netflix,
you
how
y'all
about
you
that?
might as well call it a day
Shit.
because he ain't leaving the crib after busting 5 nuts.
But it's just like
It
okay.
depends on what crib it's in.
You about to
y'all
handicap
think,
him.
y'all
Shit.
think like just regular type motherfuckers like once you bust you done. That's not really how the shit happened though.
Honey, we porno stuff. Like, we
I mean,
porno
your
people.
shit
We
ain't-
don't,
it
we don't
ain't
just
supposed-
regular fuck no way.
Now, I mean it's not really supposed to go down. Like your dick, you can just bust and just keep going, like keep fucking. You see what I'm
Because
saying?
once I see the nut anyway, like I'm gonna want to keep, like I'm gonna, my mouth is not
gonna
gonna go
continue.
away from
Yeah,
the
your shit
dick.
ain't
I
gonna
want
get dry. Like, you
more
wanna-
of it.
I'm with my
You wanna
homie
keep sucking.
Corey over here. Corey said if I bust 6 nuts in one session, I'm gonna die. I'm with you,
Honey, no,
homie.
you not. No,
I'm,
you not.
Listen,
He
Corey,
probably-
I'm with you, Corey.
That's
You
because
gonna
Corey
feel
ain't never
motivated.
Physical, human
I'd be
body, the male
exhausted,
body, come
right?
on.
See,
I
here's-
don't even
here's-
think that's even.
It's possible. I
Okay,
swear
dude,
to
this
you.
is
I'm
for the
about to
dudes, though.
You know what? I'm
Get
gonna say
my
this:
phone.
if Mystique, you find me somebody male talent that's busting 6 nuts, because I promise you, I used to have to replace motherfuckers time after time after time because they can't even bust 2 motherfucking nuts. So please
Sid,
find
you
me this nigga that's out here
You
that's,
remember-
He
that's
won't
busting
shoot.
6
He
nuts.
won't shoot porn.
Okay.
He won't shoot porn.
You
Oh,
remember-
okay. So you
He
got
won't
one,
shoot.
but he ain't trying to shoot
He
porn.
won't
'cause
shoot
I promise you, I
for
can't.
whatever reason. Just like a motherfucker told me how special I was, he will not shoot.
Oh, so she got a motherfucker that's busting 6 nuts. See, this is where
Really?
this is coming
And
from.
he won't. He won't.
She got somebody
Won't
busting
do it.
6
Wow.
nuts.
But I'm
All
saying like
right.
you don't.
He
well,
got
for
other end of a
porno,
war.
but for porno you
Not
don't
on the
need.
POV.
Now everybody want to be porn.
But listen to this
But
though, like,
that's
but
their
you for
problem.
porno, like
POV.
you don't need a motherfucker to bust 6 times. Like you don't need that.
No, it's just a
You need a motherfucker
capability.
to be able to last long enough to be able to complete what you need. So it's not a
That's true.
necessary function. But if you in a bedroom, like you got to be just like if once you evenly yoked, like shit like that's gonna happen. Shit like that's gonna happen. Like it's not gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna
The
bust
connection.
and then my shit's gonna go down and it's done with. Like if y'all you're on the same level, like shit like that will happen.
Bodies are
Like keep
connected.
it'll keep
the
you going.
minds, the body. Yeah,
Right.
absolutely. I agree.
Just
with
like you,
that.
what you gonna do? Fuck one time? Like if she not done, you done?
And
So-
it's expensive to fuck anyway. Like
She
time
said it's
consuming.
expensive.
Expensive.
By the time you get to the
Damn.
pussy or the dick, you be like, bitch, we done went to Ruth Chris, honey.
She said it's expensive
This,
to fuck.
this
Well, you fuck
makeup,
first.
the hair, honey.
This how you save money. You fuck
I'm
first.
trying to like get it in. Fuck.
Get
By
to
the
the
time we
fucking
get-
first.
Oh, well,
Don't
You
play
fuck
with me.
first.
Y'all know I'm telling the truth.
But you fuck first. Like you fuck first. Get that over with.
Who fucks
And it don't
first?
cost you. It don't cost you that much to do that shit.
here we go.
You disagree with me?
Okay, I need a drink.
I mean, if y'all agree with me, call in.
I'm
the number is
sipping too.
818.
Okay, this is the
914
question when y'all calling in.
4087.
Do you fuck first? That's the question.
Do you
Right.
fuck first?
Men and women, we want to know
fellas,
because men,
call
you
in.
deserve it too. Don't
Do
play
you,
with
do you
me.
fuck
What you
first,
mean?
or do you go
Dick
out?
costs too.
Who got 6 lows? for
Who
this
gonna
lady?
wait? I mean, if you, especially if
gonna
you
wait?
busting 10 lows, like you.
Did we get that call in number 818-914-4087?
Who gonna
Who
wait?
out there got six nuts in them for Mystique over
I mean,
here?
that's his
'Cause,
average.
Who's
that
ready
shit's
for the
amazing.
marathon?
Oh, and the midget. Somebody
yes.
commented before we got live.
My little
My
buddies,
titties
please
look like
call in.
two midget heads.
Now, Mystique, you have a midget. Let's call them dwarves. Let's,
I know, I don't like the
let's
word
not
midget.
Is that like
midget.
your
You like
fetish,
midget?
Mystique?
You
What's
like
the
midget?
correct name
that
for
like
dwarves?
smaller people? Because they got
Dwarves.
big ass dicks. So that's what
Dwarves?
I'm looking for. Smaller people. You're special. With big ass dicks, but you gotta be able to stand up and eat my pussy at the same time.
Damn, you want a little motherfucker then to do
I'm
that shit.
visual, so.
A tiny
Alex,
motherfucker.
you are the goat. Like, isn't that gonna be a dope ass scene? Like, if I could
A
find like
midget. You do a midget gangbang though. That
oh
shit would be
my
epic. Like
God, help.
midget, little
Colin,
midgets,
y'all
midgets with big
hired.
dicks.
My little
you just need a
buddies.
fresh test,
Giant disc.
and it needs to
Colin.
be all green, safe.
You know,
free
we can do
first.
that. Like we can set that up.
All right. Somebody wants to know, since we haven't had anybody call in yet. Somebody wants to know, what's the most amount of people that you fucked in one day?
Damn.
What's the most amount
Midgets
of people you
included.
fucked in one day?
Is that like your fetish, midgets?
Fucked in one
Let me
day,
see.
I
I
had-
gotta see her. I can't see.
I had a boy.
She gotta think about this.
Did I have one more girl? Maybe like two.
That's it. Even in your personal life.
Two.
Personal
Even in my
life.
personal life, because I ain't no hoe ass, pussy ass hoe. Like, come on now. Like, I got shit to do. It's only 24 hours in a day. Like, come on. Like,
I mean,
we got to be
motherfuckers-
realistic. But if it's like, okay, this one in the daytime, and then it's like, oh, and then this one in the nighttime. I've done that before. I think all girls have. I mean, it all depends on your day.
Okay, so we going for 2 for Mystique. How
Two.
many people have you
Oh, you just got these polls
Sid.
going on today. Like what the fuck?
in one day?
I'll say 3.
3?
Yeah.
I mean, was this all at once, or you
See,
just
I
think
traveled. People be thinking because
The
y'all
commute
porn
and
stars
everything. The commute,
that y'all
yeah.
just be
Set it
fucking
up.
like 10 people a day. That's not how the fuck it
You
goes
set it
down.
up.
They not just fucking back to
What do
back
y'all
to
think
back to
this
back.
is?
No, I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see how Sid
Right.
did
It
it.
was-
Was it all at once, or did you set it up?
It was with Pinky, and then I had another
Shout out
shoot.
to Pinky
But
Triple
when I
X.
did that first shoot with Pinky, she was like, she wanted to do something for her personal site.
Damn.
So I was like, oh, okay. And I was excited because I was excited from the first scene. So we did it again.
Okay,
So it was
so
three.
you did
Three
three
you did 3 in
scenes.
a day.
one day.
3 scenes in one day.
Yeah, he's traveling.
That's
Yeah,
that money
definitely.
around, okay? That's that.
You got that
You
traveling.
hear that?
date.
3 scenes. That means come shot hard. you
Mobile
got-
dick-
everybody wanna be
dick in
the
one
box.
first,
Okay,
right?
Okay,
Three
Mystique, he met you halfway.
3?
He came 3 times in
God
one
damn.
day. He
Damn.
met you
3 times.
I
halfway.
told
He
y'all.
needs 7 more.
See?
Though.
See?
10 in the day.
So she trying to bring him back in. Uh-oh,
Yeah.
Sid. Let me find out.
like
She gonna,
this.
Sid going to be on somebody's OnlyFans.
What about
yeah,
like the
let's find out.
what about like the personal time? Like when you did personal stuff, was there occasion when you had like multiple engagements in the same day?
Yeah. Steamy ones, yeah.
Oh, okay, there we
Absolutely,
go.
Yeah. We all had it in our life experience, that moment.
So you were just like a gigolo then, man. Like you just
Not even.
were they
not
paying
even.
you for this, or you just
Oh,
Not
why,
even.
why
slanging
are we
free
talking
dick?
about this
No,
male
just dating.
gigolo?
Just dating. That's all.
Dice.
Connected with the right people. Yeah.
Big,
Dice.
big dice over
Now,
here.
yeah.
Okay, so
so
now.
you about to ask him if he gets paid? Do women pay you to fuck? Just
Oh,
just
yeah.
for the low, like
Do women pay you to fuck? No?
Okay.
You so all this
Sid.
motherfucking
I
stripper
don't
you
do those
doing,
solicit-
stripping you doing.
No
Come
one
on now.
solicits to me.
You
no.
you be stripping
what?
and swinging your dangalang in
No,
these
it's
women's
entertainment.
faces.
I'm a different cat. I'm a different breed.
So
Stripping.
what you saying is
I'm a
you're so
different breed.
you can't, they can't pay you to fuck is what you're saying. It's not no one has offered. I know some of these older women didn't offer to take
Cougars.
your ass home.
happened.
They
Right.
can't wait.
Right.
It's happened.
Y'all
That's
seen
what I'm
Grace
saying. Don't
falling
be
from
over here
Grace.
shy
Come on
and
now.
shit.
They want
But you won't.
us.
But you won't take money for it. Like you just do it, but you won't
I
take money.
just do it. I just do the show. I just do
So
the show.
just the show.
Sid
Just
is
the
just
show.
a
I'm there
professional
Sid is not-
motherfucker.
He's
I'm
not.
not in for that extras. No, that's how guys get caught up. you know?
Like what? What you mean? Like babies,
Yeah.
all that type of shit.
Whether it's babies or just getting into some domestic shit,
Oh,
Right.
You know? So,
Right, because half of these
don't
But you
women are
dice.
married.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but
I'm a
half of
different
these
breed,
women
Alex.
are
I'm a
married.
different breed.
Thank you.
I'm
Can
an
we,
entertainer.
hallelujah. Can we say that again?
Yeah.
Praise
Ladies,
the Lord.
y'all will
Over
find
here.
out March 21st at Club Exotic
He
we
plugged
go.
here
it.
in LA. You know, my biker theme, my biker show. This is for the ladies, okay? Ladies only. Come to the show. Come to my page. I'm advertising on there. Check my page out.
What's
right?
your page? Tell
My
them what your
page
page
is
is.
Sid _MCT NPC bodybuilder.
Yeah, because you see all this body over
Check the
here. You know,
stories.
Sid.
Body.
Sid
Okay, so-
body.
That's
I'm bringing entertainment to you ladies. I want biker theme, biker attire, that patent leathers, that bring that sexiness, that grown and sexy shit.
So how do you?
It's gonna
Okay,
be
so
a
why we
fucking
on
good
this?
show.
Man,
These
the
out
patent
here?
My
leather.
boy
Patent
Black
leather.
Ice
We
from
going?
Baltimore.
going.
Yeah, we coming.
And y'all
through.
better show out. He said patent leather.
Yep.
Yes.
Come dressed to impress, lady. And I'm giving cash prize giveaway to the sexiest lady in patent leather biker attire.
Oh,
shit,
yeah, I'm
the
going.
ladies
Yeah,
is
yeah,
getting
go.
some
Club
money.
Y'all better
Exotic.
come on out. The sexy.
Where is it? Club Exotic.
Club Exotic.
What city is that in?
It's going to be in Los Angeles.
Club Exotic in Los
Hold on,
Angeles.
hold
Y'all hear this, ladies?
March 21st.
Sid,
So I got a
big
question for-
bodybuilding ass is about to be in some
I got a-
fucking
I got a-
biker outfit.
Address is 750 East 9th Place, Los Angeles. 21 and over. Bring your ID.
Bring your
I got a
IDs
question for
and,
you.
and bring your
Mystique.
singles.
Okay, this is a question for
Singles.
Mystique.
Yes, sir.
Okay, since it's Freaky Friday, and we like to know like where is the freakiest place you ever had sex?
Okay.
She gotta think about this.
I don't know what a freaky place is.
Just like some wild shit, like shit you not normally gonna have some sex at, but you did it anyway, just because.
This is the most freakiest sex I've ever been doing in my whole entire life. The first time I showed my pussy to you people. Period. It don't get no freakier than that.
So
How did you do
just-
that?
How did you go
How did you
about
do that?
doing that? Like, how did you decide to get in?
Peer pressure. No.
It was peer pressure for real.
No, really, honestly, what it was is I think the infatuation of adornment. Like, I think every woman, whether you a blue collar person or not, like Sid is a man and was a blue collar person and he want to be a stripper. Everybody want to have that adornment. If you're not doing it, you're thinking about doing it.
Right.
I was a nurse. And I was thinking, my scrubs got smaller and smaller and smaller, and my patients got a little bit more creepier, and the doctors got a little bit more weirder. And something was saying, "Honey, you too good looking for this type of job." I'm a nurturer by nature. That's why I think I can drain these dicks the way I do. Plus, I know my anatomy.
Dre these.
Drain these
I'm giving
dicks.
y'all homework.
Listen,
If y'all
I'm gonna
do
need
your homework-
Jeremy. Are you listening over here?
Ladies, are you listening?
The
This
next
is no
movie
cap,
is
by the way.
called
I'm having fun,
"Drain
but I'm
These Dicks"
serious.
by Mystique.
Drain
Okay,
these dicks.
But
"Drain These Dicks" is your next movie. Okay.
and just knowing
title.
people in the industry over the years and just kind of, being in my ear about certain things and just looking at their lifestyle, the autonomy that this industry does give you, something that I didn't have being in the career field that I was in. Making great money, but no autonomy. I never was able to have a vacation or think outside of me. It was just always about somebody else. So Picky Triple X and Jeremy Royo are one of
Shout
the
out.
closest people. Shout out.
Shout out.
And it don't happen like that where
Some
people in the
OGs
industry
in
who
the
are
industry.
that successful
Right.
want to give anybody no fucking help.
Right.
It
Right.
be like they DMs, like I've been DMing you for 3 years. Nobody pays attention to me, and I'm really great. I know it's a lot of people out there that feel like that. Like, goodness, God, somebody
your
could only
word.
give me a chance.
Well, you know what happens is people DM you like, "How can I get into the industry?" Right. So we get those questions a million
We
times.
do.
Like
I get 'em, so
honest,
I get
and
it.
I know you get it
Yeah.
too. So it's kind of like, and especially with the guys, I'm like, dude, do your research. Like, come to events. Like, you know what I mean? Come to
It's
the
more than a
award
DM,
shows
like a
and come
thought
to the
of the
parties and network. Like,
Right.
if you want to get in,
Get talent
that's
tested.
what I tell
That's the
people
first
all the
thing.
time.
That's how the industry respect you. You don't even need you need an agent if you real mainstream. It's a good thing anyway. But maybe it depends on the type of person you are. But the first thing to do if you're really serious, get your ass tested. Don't play with
Right.
me.
Yeah.
Right.
First thing they even gonna think about is are you
tested?
If you don't
Absolutely.
have a test, do talent agent like talent testing or that's accredited. OSHA.
I mean,
Something
yeah,
that you
that's
can
the way to
make
go. So while you were nursing, did you ever like jack anybody off or fuck any patients?
Hell no. I had to think about my bag,
You
honey.
didn't do that? You
I
didn't do
always
that?
thought
Right,
somebody
that's
was
some
watching me. God,
Oh,
if anything.
So I'm trying to connect this
Damn, she
leap
had a
though. Like,
career.
Well,
so how
well,
you?
she just told
She
you
told
what
me
the
that, but I
leap
don't see like,
was. I
cause
mean,
there's always like a first time when you're in that position, like you nursing, and then you doing porno. Like, where was it? Like, where was the in between? Like, how did that happen though? How did you make that leap?
Yeah.
I know you there, but it's just like
I
you-
gave a yes. I gave a yes.
So
Okay,
somebody
I'm ready.
asked you to do it. They saw you and just like you should be fucking, and you said yeah.
They saw me. They came and they conquered. It took years for me to even get in this mindset, to even get myself into this where and I tried it initially. So the first person that put me on was Pinky Triple X.
Right.
She gave me the opportunity.
From your Instagram, or you just
Huge.
like
It's just
like
a
met
personal
y'all
network.
met somehow.
It's a personal network, somebody
Right.
I've known for years,
Okay.
and saw like when you become that successful and that autonomous. That's my point. Where you could take something for yourself and people are just accepting you for
Right,
yourself,
right.
and you able to capitalize off of you. I'm like, bruh, I've been so. It was just you got to be emotionally and like that's mentally, emotionally, physically, in order to take on something like this. It's not, I could just fucking make
Right,
somebody.
it
Honey,
ain't
don't-
for
Just
everybody.
because you get on Pornhub or whatever you call yourself doing, don't mean you're gonna be a star.
right. Tell them.
Yeah,
preach.
that's a difference.
Preach.
though.
There's a
Okay,
difference.
so
There is a
The
difference.
way stuff is being made now,
I
to
always
me, that's
say-
not real. That's not real porn. That's not real.
So I didn't
it's
come
not
in
real
this
porn.
thing
It's
to
not.
play with nobody.
Yeah.
Like
Well, it's
Yeah.
not. It's
Everything
not like
is-
it was. It's not.
Everybody's
I
a
wouldn't
porn
say
star.
that it's not real porn.
Yeah.
What I
It's
would
not.
say is
It's
the
not.
goats, by the way.
what I would say is that it's a lot different from back in. I can't even say our days because you were around way before I even entered this
But
business.
let me explain why. Let me
So,
explain why I say it's not real porno.
There hasn't
No,
been.
let me break it down
there-
for you real quick.
I'm going to say this. There hasn't. I don't feel that there has been any real stars made.
That's not what I mean.
I don't.
What I mean is the way things are being made now. It's like everybody who used to do it at home for their own personal enjoyment are putting it online, and then you don't have the basic ingredients that people need in order to jack off to that. So
Okay.
you got the average person at home. Okay, I'm gonna make a channel. I'm gonna cut off my face. All you're gonna see is the
POV.
penetration
Right.
and all that shit. Everybody's anonymous, and they think that that's what
Right.
making porno is all about.
And it's not.
No,
It's not, because it becomes about them trying to monetize their own personal content. It has nothing to do with the average consumer being able to interact with that and enjoy
I
that
agree with
product.
that. I agree
So
with
that's
that.
the difference to me.
Right.
Like what we do, it's like she said, it's an art form, and we want people to see the whole experience.
Right. I
The
agree.
expressions, like the interaction between two people, the chemistry that people have in front of that camera.
I mean, I do
definitely
agree with that. I agree because now, anybody can technically make porn nowadays
So-
because there's so
yeah, it's a
many
difference.
outlets. There's the OnlyFans. There's hell, a regular person can upload their shit to Pornhub and think that they're porn stars.
I'm a
So
porn
that
star,
does
yeah.
definitely like lessen the value of the actual stars that we have because. Just like Instagram, we got Insta famous people that ain't shit. They don't
Yeah.
have no talent. They don't have anything, but they're Insta famous and they're making money. But there's no talent there.
Yeah,
you know,
people
what
don't.
what do you
yeah,
do?
People don't understand
You know?
that. So when you have a person like Mystique who understands the process,
Absolutely.
who wants to be a part of that history, it's a lot different as opposed to somebody
Well,
who's
she's
coming
got
in.
a great
gonna
mentor.
do
She's
that.
got one of the best
Yeah.
mentors in the business. One of the most successful women.
And it's like longevity. Like this is a career for me. Like it's like music. Like you got to think about your Jay-Z brain when you're doing this shit. Like I'm not just trying to be here just for tomorrow. Like I'm trying to be memorable.
It's your
Right.
Did I
brand.
say that right?
Remember.
It's your brand.
Memorable.
You're memorable.
I'm
That's
trying to
Paula
make
Dickey
it's a
something, but-
brand. Like you know
Talk about
what
that's
I'm
a lot of Dicky second.
Yeah.
And Sid
Hey, can I say
because
something?
Sid was in the
Can I-
business
can I
back
just say
in that
something?
day.
I just want to say this, man. Like, Alex, man, just working with you in the past, man. Like, it's been
Alex
a pleasure
Laveau.
working with you and everything. I just want to say to this, like, you was like one of the best directors I ever worked with, that I got along with. Just cool as fuck. And just another key point is you sat me and my cousin down and talked to us about the business, the game, the industry, how it is, and which routes to go, and just watch out. Like, man, I respect you, man.
I mean,
love
like,
you, dude. I love
thank
you.
you
That
for
is
that.
sweet.
Like, thank
If
you.
y'all even only know y'all tuning in, but
That's
if
why I
y'all
can-
really, really know porn, this
Like I
one
kept
right here.
level-headed in the industry. You know, I know who to fuck with and who not to fuck with.
Right,
you know?
right.
And there was one guy I could not shoot for because he just. He still irked me to this day. He still
was
irked
that?
me to this day.
Who was that? We
I'm
can
not
name
gonna even
names.
say.
He ain't
Mama
saying
be
no
like that,
names. We
man.
ain't saying no names.
Nah,
I mean,
said
I had
it was
those- I had
it
those
was
experiences,
TB.
too.
It was TB.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
got
just
you.
working
We
with him.
got you. We got you.
I mean, it's a lot of people that don't get it. Like they don't understand.
They don't
that.
understand it.
But see, I always felt like it was my job and my responsibility to make sure that everybody that came in contact with me could be the ones who shine. It wasn't about me. Like a lot of people would tell the story about how my head was. I just had this gigantic ego, but I never.
No.
It wasn't about. It wasn't. If I wasn't making a difference in
genuine
somebody
man,
else's experience in the business, then I wasn't doing my job.
Yeah.
So
That's why
I
I
remember
respect
the conversation that we had because I really wanted you to succeed. I wanted you to be that dude. I believed in you and CJ.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, man, y'all
That's so lit.
dudes are the next. Like you are
Where is CJ?
you are the next wave. Like you're the next wave. And if it didn't take somebody to believe in you, and even when you failing, like if you don't have somebody that says, you know what, man, I got you. It don't matter that you're failing because that's what it takes in order to build yourself up.
Right.
So you have those days where you're not 100%. You're not even 10%. You're not even 10%. You 5%. And if somebody doesn't believe in you, then it doesn't work.
That's our respect.
You gotta have that, and you gotta have
Love you
that.
for that, man.
Yeah.
That was
That's
good ass
so
talk, man.
lit right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Period.
And I was like that with women too. Like the same thing. Like I would
No, they got
I would
it.
not shoot. I would shoot. I would pass up on more women than I would shoot because I felt like they didn't. They weren't. It wasn't something they were meant to be because the
Right.
motivation was totally
Right.
different. It was wrong.
Yeah.
Well, because
Yeah.
you have your women that got in the industry that were motivated just specifically by money, and then there were women that got in the industry that really wanted to be stars, and those were
Yeah.
mainly the women that you shot, those that you saw that really got in the industry because they wanted to be stars, not because they could pay the next bill.
Yeah,
it was more so
Yep.
because it's forever. Like once you
Right.
take that step to put yourself in front of the camera, like you can't never take that back.
Take that back. Yeah.
So it's got to be something where you just like and you can feel it, like you can
Still
see
have
that.
people ask me to this day, man,
Yeah.
was you in the movie?
So
My
let me
homegirl
ask
told
you
me,
that question.
that's what
Let
she
me
said.
ask
You
you.
did this, you did that.
What do you say
And what did they tell you?
nowadays when
What did
you
they tell
see people when people see you, because obviously people still recognize you and you're not in the business anymore.
It doesn't
So
bother me.
what do you?
It doesn't bother me.
Oh,
I
we
say,
got a call.
We have a caller.
Just ask me. Just ask me. Don't come to me and say I heard. Just be like, hey.
Hey,
you
is that
porn?
you? You did
Yeah.
porn, right?
Yeah.
We got a
Keep it
caller. Who
real.
we got here?
What's
Hello?
up, caller?
Hello, my name's Quincy.
Hey
What's up?
Quincy, what
Hello?
up, Quincy?
What's up, Quincy?
Hey.
Can you hear us? Hey.
Just want to say, Mystique, I'm a big fan. Loved your Brazos debut with Jordy
Oh,
and
thank you.
Alexis Tay. I hope you do more skinny guys like him. I just got 3 questions. Then that's it.
Oh, he got a
Where are
list.
you
Oh, you got a
originally
list
from?
of questions.
Are you an escort on the side? And if you do, will you travel to Atlanta because that's where I'm from?
Oh, he trying
And
to get in.
this is sex advice. I had sex with a girl, and she likes me, and I like her. But like, when she has sex, she doesn't want cum on her face. So I'm just want to know, is that normal for some of you females? Because like, it seems like y'all don't like cum, so it's like on y'all. So it's like, I just want to know, is that normal, or is she just funny?
Okay, thank you for those questions.
Hey, Quincy. Thank you for calling in. And yeah, my browser scene was lit. That was a lot of fun. Thank you. So I'm originally from New Haven, Connecticut, by way of Brooklyn. So what happens on where I'm from, the Tri-City? You know what I'm saying? Sorry, they had to switch the camera. The Tri-City, if you're from the East Coast, you're always going to be either like functioning Connecticut, New York, or New Jersey. So yeah, so that's where I'm from, the East Coast. And then what was the other question?
Do you like? How come women don't like cum
Come
on
on
their
their
face?
face.
There was one more before that he
Oh,
asked.
are you an escort?
Oh, yes,
And
you're an
are you
escort.
available
Yeah,
for him?
that's what he said.
So I'm not doing private bookings at this time. And then as far as come on the face, I think that's a maturity thing. I think when, because I didn't always like that, because it's like, ew, at first. But I think when you start to understand sex and understand that nothing that happens in sex is gross. it's a human body, then I think that would be no problem. So I think it's just finding the right girls that are sexually inclined and mature, and you can just come all over their face.
So do you like cum on your face or you don't?
Oh, I fucking love cum on my face. I don't mind.
I mean,
had it
because
on my
you know
face just
it has
yesterday.
it has
Fucked up my
medicinal
lashes.
purposes.
She has matured
Remember
to that
Atlanta?
level. Don't,
Oh, ATL! Shout out to ATL. I love ATL.
don't,
Yes.
don't
But
forget
you know,
to look
but,
up Quincy if you're
but
in
cum,
ATL.
cum, it actually it's like an essential oil. Like, you know, it cures cancer.
Well, you know what they
It's
say.
got
It was
vitamins.
crazy because me and my sister were just talking about this.
You were? You talking about
Well,
cum?
no, it was. No, it was crazy because Booham has said something about like
Who?
cum
Booham?
making your hair grow, right?
Well,
So
I haven't heard
it's
that
like
one.
like if you
I've never
no
heard
for
that
real
like
in real
that
life
before.
in real life they say because he was like, man, I should just like bottle my cum up and
I mean, I get it. I think it has
They
protein
said it
in
has-
it, but honey, we're
yeah.
not about to
Yes.
just be
Be-
using cum in our hair.
using cum. I'm like, I'm not
Use
putting no
it.
No,
cum.
thank
Who the
you.
hell's
It's
putting
too
cum in their hair?
sticky.
But
I don't know.
Use it
Kinda
like
turns
shampoo?
flaky. It's not gonna work out.
right,
So-
like
Yeah, but
that's
see, check this out,
That shit's
though.
just not
That's
gonna
some
work.
nasty
It depends
Yeah.
on-
If y'all do that shit.
It,
Ugh.
it's there's a minimum number of times you have to ingest the cum during the week in order to obtain the full medicinal values of the cum.
Could we just get a
Okay,
lace
so-
front going? Like,
So
It's flexible.
okay, so spit
No,
or
so it's-
swallow since we're
You
talking
swallow it.
about ingesting cum.
Cures
Spit or
cancer.
swallow.
it depends on how it tastes.
Right.
Well, what you mean? You won't know how it tastes. I mean,
Hey, that body chemistry.
I
gotta
mean,
be right.
sometimes they
Right.
ejaculate in your mouth and you taste pre-cum, so you can kind of get a taste like you're not healthy. Like you ain't been taking your
Get y'all
vitamins.
vitamins
so
in,
Mystique
fellas.
says she's not swallowing no
kiwi.
unhealthy
If
cum.
it got that
So
tang, that kind of toxic, honey, no,
Bros,
it's
get
coming.
that kiwi.
I mean,
I'ma
you can make shakes out of it too. Like,
so I bet
protein shakes.
Man, I'm trying
I'm
to
gonna
give you
put-
game.
Shakes.
I'm gonna
Eat that
put all
kiwi.
my money on the fact that Sid's cum is healthy.
Me too. He look like he got some healthy ass.
Eat
cum,
that
honey.
kiwi. Eat that strawberry.
I'm talking
eat
about
that
he giving me
kiwi.
whole food.
Now, would you sell it?
Right.
Now, Sid, now you don't take money for private stuff, but would you bottle up your cum and sell it
Oh, hell.
as a
You said hell no.
Wait, why not?
Everybody be wanting to have my baby.
There you
Shit.
go. No, I'm not talking about for procreation. I'm talking about for health benefits. Like,
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
shit.
Like,
Like
vitamins and
growing
minerals and
some
proteins.
hair and
Ah,
nails
that's
and
crazy,
shit.
man. That's DNA.
No
Nah,
cum.
man. The way this
Cum
society is and how
I'ma tell
people
you-
want to spend money, hell no.
I'm about to look this up and see the
Okay, let us know before we end this show.
see the
'cause
agree.
Not saying I'm gonna do it, but I
Health-
can tell somebody else to be great
Let's
with
let's
it,
look
'cause
up the
I ain't
health
doing that shit
benefits.
You're not
of-
doing it either, right?
Hilarious.
Let's look up the health.
Yep.
While y'all talk, I'm gonna look this up. Health benefits.
You
of
really
cum-
about to
of
look
cum-
up the health
of
benefits.
sperm.
Yes, Alec.
Yes, I'm about to do this. Like, we're about to do this for Freaky Fridays because it's also an educational show. We like to perform a public service.
My
as well.
little buddies, call in Mystique. Want you
Yes,
guys,
Colin, where
my
y'all
little
at
buddies.
today? What is going on?
They all on
Homies,
this
y'all
live
little
asking
brothers out
questions.
there
You know
with
we can't
midgets,
see these
man.
little ass
Yeah, I actually have a lot of
birds. I'll be
questions.
like,
Yeah.
Oh, I don't.
I have a
we
few
got
questions back here for
Oh,
We
you
got
guys.
some. Oh, so Nick has some questions
Yeah.
back
But-
there. What we got?
Really quick, I have another question though. So Erica Badu just dropped her Instant line,
Yes,
Oh,
we've been
shit.
supposed to
Yeah.
talk about this.
Shout out
but I
to
did see.
Erica.
So shout out to Erica Badu. And it sold out in like 19 minutes.
Yes,
See, that's
we
why I
Right.
didn't
did.
get it.
So I wanted to know about you guys. Do you guys interested in like promoting any products outside of the porn industry?
Are we interested in doing it? Of
No.
course.
Yeah. Like, would you guys do something like that? Like she did incense. You know,
That
she has
would
nothing
be
to do with
so
incense.
dope, like a pussy candle, Mystique. Like that's
Oh.
that's
Pussy
dope.
ca-
Like
or a
there-
perfume.
or a
What is-
perfume, like a pussy perfume.
I would love to collaborate if it all makes sense. But this is the thing. Erica is a freak. We know that,
Yes.
Erica. You can call in here and let us all know. She know how sex is supposed to go.
Does
That's
she
all I wanted
really,
to say.
or is that just like an
I
image?
could tell she know how to fuck.
You think she's like that?
I
Like, really?
think she
with all
would
that
fuck.
ass.
Never mind.
Right? what? what you stop to say?
I was gonna say I think she would fuck me real good too. Erica, you are beautiful, girl.
All right, shout out to Erica
My
Badu.
business would be personal
you
training,
look,
just
look,
personal
look,
training.
Mystique
Okay, of
up.
course.
Look
Sid,
Mystique
it's just personal training,
Personal
no
training.
money, no pussy, no dick exchange,
Doing your
nothing.
nutritional plan.
Have you
getting
ever-
your body
Have
right.
you ever fucked anybody you trained?
Anybody I trained?
Oh, that
He's-
sound like a
see,
dope ass
He gonna say
thing.
no.
Don't say no. You said, why you acting like you old?
Fucking
Come
while
on now.
training.
Is your woman listening? Is your woman watching the show? Is that what it
No,
is?
I don't have a
You're not
woman.
trying to give away no hints and
Oh,
clues.
Sid, single ladies out there. Sid is single. He said he don't
All
have
the
no
single
woman.
ladies.
I don't know. I would
Where
be
y'all at?
doing that shit. Like,
Wait, Nick has some questions though. What Nick? What questions did you have?
Well,
for us?
Sid, you want to promote your gym real quick, man?
Right.
I don't have no gym.
Oh,
This is
you
my
could have just threw it out there,
Well,
man.
well, promote your services,
Independent
goddamn it. There's
personal
some women
trainer.
that but probably
Hit
want to
my
be trained by you.
DM. you know, ladies in the industry, because I also feel like the men and the ladies in the industry kind of like lose themselves, you know, in a afterlife partying at night. But we need to get in tune with our bodies, you know. So I want to, you know, solicit my services, you know, personal training and stuff like that. Get your body tight and right. Okay?
Well, that's a
Send me
nice
the
idea.
DM.
Y'all better
Yeah.
look up Sid. Get your body tight and right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have a
What question
a
you got,
fragrance. I have you got a question?
No, go ahead.
No, you got a question? You got another question?
Yeah, this is from the chat room. So this is
Sperm.
from Nakia. All right, so this is for
Well,
well, this is for the ladies on the panel. I guess ladies can answer this. So the question, I'm trying to phrase this so I can actually say it. So the question is, how do you have so much sex, and your pussy not get sore?
is this for dudes or like for?
This
Well,
is for whoever
how
can.
can it be for
Listen,
dudes?
whoever want to
Do
answer
you
it,
have a
but-
pussy?
It's for the ladies, man.
And
I'm
if
just
you
saying.
did, I mean, that's okay too. But
No, but you fucking the pussy, so you know when
Yeah,
the
but
pussy gets sore. though.
you don't have a pussy, so you can't. Your
You
pussy ain't getting sore. It
Okay.
was how do you have sex and your pussy not get sore? So
you can't,
like,
you
how can you
can't.
answer that question?
No, I'm saying, but you fucking the pussy, so you know when the pussy
he
gets
wants
sore.
to answer the question. Isn't the
Yeah.
kid, baby?
Anywho,
Hold
go
on,
ahead,
Alex
Mystique.
with the
Answer.
dick
Go the kid.
Right.
wants to answer a big dick. You see, so he wants to answer the question.
No,
Alex?
Mystique with the pussy's gonna answer the question.
Okay,
Let's
there,
answer
the
this
woman
question.
has spoken. So what has happened? You have to keep that thing moist throughout the situation, the encounter. You're gonna know when you're in pain, cause honey, you in this encounter, and it's probably gonna carry over till afterwards. So it's not so much of a size thing, cause it's a big ass hole. I mean, human beings come out that thing. I think it's real friction that causes discomfort afterwards. So I
Okay.
think moisture is important.
So
And
I'm
I
a,
don't think it has anything to do with the amount of how many times.
How
I
many
think it's
times you
body
fuck again?
chemistry.
Right, it's
So-
more, right.
so I'm gonna answer from a dude's.
Scientifically.
So I'm gonna answer from a
No,
dude's
no,
point
I
of
think
view.
it's dehydration more than anything.
Moisture.
No, I mean that's
Needs to
all
be
good,
moist.
but basically what it boils down to is the
Dehydration. Goddamn, he said that pussy. Wait, let's talk about dehydrated pussy.
No.
You're right.
That sounds
That's
painful.
all it
basically
is.
what it boils down to is the length of time that the pussy is being penetrated. So if you getting in it and you busting in 2-3 minutes, like okay, how the pussy gonna get sore? So if you be in the pussy
Oh,
for
that way.
hours at a time,
Oh, that's a muscle.
I don't care if you
see.
I don't care if your shit is like like Niagara Falls. Eventually the pussy's gonna close up and get sore.
Well, who the fuck
You
is
see what I'm
fucking
saying?
for hours at a time?
I mean I do.
I
like
mean,
so
huh?
yeah.
Fuck. She like not with me, honey. Hours.
Hours?
You-
That's
yeah,
I'm
like,
bored.
what's
I'm
about-
sorry. I don't give
Yeah,
a fuck
hours. I
how
don't know
good
about
your
hours.
dick
If we
is.
can't get it in with hours, I'm like, what are you on?
Right, like
I
I
mean,
don't
point,
care
you
how
want
good you want
hours?
something, right? You agree
Hours.
with
Maybe
that?
like
Key word.
Two.
Key
with a
phrase.
break.
Key
Two-
phrase.
I
Key
think
phrase.
2 hours. How long?
Fucking for
how-
hours.
No,
Let's
that's
ask that
too
question,
long.
goddamn.
How?
Why you
Nakia,
say
this
it's
is for
too long?
you.
How long
Baby.
is too much sex? Like
Nakia?
how?
Oh, is that the question?
Is that her name, Nakia? This is for you. How long? Okay, first of all, so I hope we answered your question. I believe it's the muscular and the moisture thing.
Yeah,
But how long is too much?
she actually replied. So she says she basically 12 hours. She said 6 times in 12 hours. She's had sex 6 times in 12 hours.
So yeah, her
Okay,
pussy
so that's
should
it.
be sore.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm assuming she's asking it is maybe something she can put on it.
No.
Preventive measures. I don't know.
No,
A
you
cream,
just-
a ointment, a
Uh,
numbing.
Your pussy is telling you
Need to rest.
heat.
To rest.
To rest.
Put
Yes.
an
Let
ice
that
pack
thing
on it.
rest.
Yeah.
All right, Nikki, rest the pussy.
Let
Nikki.
that pussy rest.
Put an ice pack
You know
on it.
your
Oh, yeah,
body,
icing.
right? Icing. Your body gives you signals. Our body gives us signals on everything, not just the pussy, just everything. Our body gives us signals on when we need to take a motherfucking break.
I mean, yeah.
Boo
'cause
boo, you need to take a break.
your
6
dick's gonna
times
get
in
sore
12
too.
hours. I don't know how big his dick is. I don't know how moist your pussy is, but you need to take a break, boo boo.
Yeah,
No,
but
you
that
shouldn't be
also
sore.
that also works in reverse too, because there is a such thing as like a pussy being too tight, and then your dick being rubbed raw, and that doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
that friction. That's what
I've
I
had
have
that.
regularly.
You've had that happen?
Dehydration, friction.
I had that happen like a long time ago.
Pussy
But she
problem.
had to go to the. So what she did was like she said, "Look, I got to go stretch my pussy out." So she went to no, it's just real shit. I'm not making this up. Like she went to because her shit was just like abnormally like like too tight, like
Yeah.
because I would stick it in and then I'd be raw for a couple days, so we had to
Shit hurting,
wait. So she said, what if I go to the
irritated.
doctor and
I'm
then
talking about.
she said, what if I go
what?
to the doctor and then just have the doctor like do something to stretch me open, like
Oh my
that didn't work. Obviously, it didn't work, but
That's a curse.
She-
That's a curse. to
Yeah, I
have
don't even.
a
I
tight
feel bad.
a
I'm
pussy
looking
that
like,
tight where you rubbing people
you
raw.
hurting people?
That's
You
a
know.
curse. That's not.
Maybe she
You-
found out later. a dildo.
ladies, you might want to have a tight
That ain't
pussy,
work,
but
though.
you don't want to have it that tight.
You
yeah,
know,
because they
that's
always talking
just-
about this good tight pussy, like there's a such thing as being too tight,
Tight.
that ain't good.
That ain't good.
Okay,
Okay,
which
so we
brings us
just
to the
learned
question.
something. Tight pussy ain't always good pussy.
Because
Okay.
women always talking about,
Uh,
this pussy is good. It's tight
Talking
and
about
good,
too tight.
but it can be too tight though.
What you got for us, Nick, over there? What you got? We got
right.
some questions.
We learned
Y'all,
something.
y'all motherfuckers is
Big,
afraid to
big.
call in, but
Okay,
y'all
so
writing in the chat.
I got a
room.
quick question though.
Nick
I got
got
a quick
question. Let's
got a
quick-
answer some of our.
scared.
What you got? What you got?
I
Okay,
got a quick.
go ahead.
I got a quick question because you see this all the time. Instagram, like like ladies putting this shit up there. Good pussy T-shirts, all that type of shit.
Fuck,
Good
not the
pussy.
What
t-shirt.
makes y'all think y'all pussy is good though? That's what I want to know.
Great
Because
question.
everybody say they got their pussy is good.
Same thing
Why?
that
How?
make y'all think y'all dick is good.
No, but that's different though. I ain't talking about dick. I'm talking about pussy. Like what makes good pussy?
I mean,
Go ahead. Anybody
I
can
don't
answer.
know. When you told it's good, it's good.
Right. So they
That's-
gotta tell
that's
you.
a real good
I mean, you
answer.
look.
So
you know it's
basically,
good.
no, wait. Come on.
I mean, listen. If you got bad pussy, you ain't gonna have nobody.
I didn't say
coming
nothing about
back
bad
for
pussy.
more.
I said good
So when
pussy.
you got good pussy, you.
It's the way they
So how
act.
can
know
you
it's
tell?
good.
It's
You
the
can
actions,
tell.
you tell?
Right,
It's
exactly.
the actions after they got the pussy.
No,
Right,
you
if they-
talking.
What
okay.
happens though?
If
See,
they, if
I
they
wanna know
don't,
what
if they
They
happens.
want more.
Right, they want more.
Y'all talking about external shit though. I'm talking about. I want to
Okay,
know
so if you got
internally what makes
first of
y'all
all,
shit good.
if it's tight and not too tight, if it's wet, number one, it gotta stay wet,
Stay wet.
right? And then, I mean, I guess it's just what you can do with
It's
your
the
pussy.
motion
like
in the
what you can do,
ocean, honey.
what you can
Okay,
do,
okay,
what you bring to the table.
You answer that. Okay, now no.
I
Money.
second that. And then it's the motion in the ocean. I mean, ain't nothing really more you can do with the pussy. I mean,
Right.
it gotta be. It's a hole. It got to be not too tight. Goddamn, that lady. I'm sorry, baby. Too tight pussy. Anyway, too tight. It can't be too tight. It gotta be real wet. We're not talking about
Real wet.
like, honey. It needs to be wet. And the other thing, you got to have to motion it. Like
You gotta know
look
how to
at me,
move,
like,
right?
Okay,
You
so
gotta
so
know how to move.
so hips and all that ain't got nothing to do
Yes.
with the actual pussy itself. So it's like external shit to it. So basically, I'm gonna
So
just.
we're gonna
I'm-
gonna go with tight, not no loose pussy, and wet pussy. That's what we're going with. Those are the two answers.
But the uterus is a tilt. Like this is a uterus tilt. See?
Uterus.
Again, you got to know your anatomy. Period. So when you come in, it's a uterus.
Uterus.
Tilt. They got classes for shit like
So you got skill. So you got basically you got skill. So if you get on top,
Yeah.
then
yeah.
so how
skills.
you move when you get on top?
I mean,
Like,
that's the same thing. Like
the
how y'all
motion
got
in
what
the
y'all how y'all
ocean.
know y'all got
The
good
same
dick.
way y'all motherfuckers be twerking in the club.
okay. We ain't
and
talking.
then
Okay. So
So y'all talk about y'all got good dick. My dick is good.
So you
How
answered.
we know your
So
dick
y'all
is
answer the
good?
question. So basically, I'm gonna put the cap on like this. Y'all don't know if you got good pussy or not. You just say that because everybody thinks because
I
you got
mean,
a
I
pussy.
don't know who say they got good pussy. Who runs around talking about I got good pussy?
Everybody, like that's all
mean,
they say. My pussy good.
Who?
I got good pussy.
What kind of
Like-
bitches
No,
you
they
be
gonna let
fucking
that
I'm
with?
just
But how do
saying.
they know
I'm
they
not
got
gonna
bad
let
that
pussy?
information
Listen,
out.
because I feel like a bitch with good pussy, you ain't gotta tell.
Yeah, but they do.
There's no
That too.
disclaimers. Like I'm not
It's the
running around like my
actions.
pussy
Exactly.
good. Like you gonna know.
How you
feel
gonna know?
that.
Well, how you gonna know that?
Because the way
That's
people
Because you
fucked up.
act.
listen, if you get to try this pussy out, you gonna know.
But see,
Yeah.
but see, but
But
see.
imagine if the word get out.
So basically,
You
so
know.
All the-
so
all the
basically,
fellas be on
I'm gonna
it.
say this again. Y'all don't know. The
Damn.
only way you know that is
I'm gonna
because
have to
someone
find
because a
pussy.
dude
Hold on.
because a dude got to tell
Pussy.
you.
Do I have good pussy? Period. My pussy say yes.
I mean, and listen,
So-
listen, it ain't always.
A dude
it
got to
mi-
tell you that.
It might not be good to somebody.
Right.
You know what I'm
So a
saying?
dude
Like
gotta tell you.
your dick might be good to one bitch and it ain't good to another bitch.
So
So,
here-
it just all depends on who you fucking.
Okay,
honestly.
so from a dude's point of view,
Y'all
this is what I'm
calling
gonna tell you.
all this talking on this thing
Okay,
here.
a pussy is just like this. Okay, pussy is universally good because that's the function of a pussy. You stick a dick in it, you pump it, you're supposed to blast off. That is its function. So everybody got good pussy. So it's like to label it good pussy is just like kind of redundant because that's just the function of a pussy. Just like a dick is supposed to get hard, put in the pussy, you know,
breaking it
blah blah
down.
blah blah. Bust
So,
off.
ladies, what was
shit
just
happen.
been told that we all got the same pussy.
Y'all all got the same pussy.
Oh no.
Yeah, you
I don't
do.
agree with that.
That's you all got
I'm
the same
getting
pussy.
all these yay fives.
You
Is
all
it
got
true?
the.
We
You
got
all
a
got the
caller.
same
I
pussy.
don't think we all
Is
got.
it true?
We all ain't all of our pussies ain't
got a
shaped the
caller?
same, so we all ain't got the
They
same
different,
motherfucking pussy.
but internally,
Like, some pussies ain't deep.
I
Some
don't think-
pussies ain't tight.
Honey,
The
we
texture-
all
I don't
ain't
need
got,
pussy
nah.
rejuvenation.
but
Not yet.
the
no.
texture
Some people
might
need
be
that.
different.
I don't think I got the same.
But there's only three kind of. But I'm saying, like, and Sid, you might agree with me or not. And the men in the room might agree. There's a cup. There's a
We got
like
a
three
caller.
different. There's like three
Hold
different
on,
types.
caller.
Of pussy.
Let's see if our caller agrees.
Hold on, baby.
Who we
What's up,
got
caller?
here? Who we
Caller
got
agree.
here?
Real quick, we
Carlos?
got to ask you a question, Carl, baby. Because this is getting real.
What makes good pussy?
What's up, caller?
Hello.
Hello.
What's up, Carlos?
Hello.
What's going on, man?
We was
Carlos
gonna ask-
Medina, right?
What's happening?
How you doing, man?
I'm sorry.
How you doing?
What's your question?
What's your question?
I want to speak with Carlos Medina.
No, you got
Oh,
the
you
wrong
got the
number.
wrong number.
Whatever.
Ain't no
So
Carlos
anyway,
Medina here.
Bum, bum, bum.
We got some more chat room questions.
We
too.
should
We'll
have
get
asked
to
him
that
our
later.
question why the hell he was on
there
this
he is.
line.
What we got in the chat
Question in
room,
the chat
Nick?
room.
What we got in the chat room?
All right, so this is a pretty good one. So, what were your thoughts before getting into the porn industry and after getting into the porn
who's that
industry?
directed to?
Well, that would be
who's
for
Whoever's
the
in the porn
three-
industry.
The three of you performers.
So, what did you think about the industry before you got into it, and then what were your thoughts after getting into it?
I was curious, but when I got in, I thought it was cool. Once I got comfortable in there, I thought it was real cool. It was well worth the experience, man. You learn a lot.
Did you think it was going to be something that it wasn't?
No, absolutely not. No.
So
It
was
is what it
everything
is.
that you
It was just
thought it
work.
was going in? Did you have any expectations? Like, did you have any mental
No.
thoughts of what the porn industry should be before you entered it?
Man, it was just, man, it was different in there, man. Just demons, trying to get you to do crazy shit, man. Like, man, them the type of people you want to avoid. But people that want to steer you on the right path and want to see you succeed, that's who you fuck with. Straight up, man.
Yeah.
Like I kept level headed, and that's why I turned out real cool in the industry. But I kind of panned off and just started living life in a different way.
Okay.
But yeah, it was a great experience. It was a good ride, though.
So
I
you
learned
had
lot.
a good. Oh, we got a caller, and we'll get back to that question
Yeah.
with Mystique when we come back.
What's up, caller?
What's up?
Yeah, hello?
Hey.
Hello,
Yeah.
welcome to
What's
Freaky
up,
Fridays.
what's up?
Yo, what's good, people? Yo, this is Jay Legend
What's
from
up?
Pound Heart Entertainment. And, yo, man, just want to give all my people up there, all my melaninated people up there, a good, clean, nice shout out. You know what I'm saying? And I see you got the girl Mystique in the building. And, yo, man, I just want to add on to something. I know you were talking about good pussy and all that. I just want to add on real quick. Can I add on?
Yeah, go ahead.
You can add on.
All right, so Mystique has been on my radar. You know what I'm saying? She coming out the camp with Pinky and all of them and all that. And I like what she's doing. What I did notice with Mystique, right, watching her scenes, is that when dudes, when they tend to bust a nut, they tend to come a lot. You know what I'm saying? They tend to come a lot. And that's
she
usually a
said
sign,
she-
that's usually a sign of good pussy. You know what I mean? Just so, on my end, because I am male talent, you know what I'm saying? And I know what's good. So, like the sister was saying earlier, yeah, good dick might be good to somebody else, but to someone else it might be trash. But I would say a significant sign off the top is a dude's pop shot. You know what I'm saying? And I noticed that Mystique kind of brings that out, like crazy, like. You know what I'm saying? So that's like definitely a clear sign.
Well,
Yeah.
like she said, she knows how to drain
Thank you,
them
baby.
dicks. So she be draining dicks for real, huh?
I think
Let me
it's
find out.
science, honey.
It's the body type
Let
too.
me
I'm not
find
going. I'm not going to hold y'all. I'm not going to hold y'all. But
Yeah.
I just want to say something real quick. Yo, listen. I had a chance my first time to go out. You know what I'm saying, to Exotica and things like that. And right now, you know what I'm saying, I have my own company. That I'm doing. And the thing about it was, I kind of felt like, well, look, where's my melanated people at? You know what I'm saying, on these award shows and things like that. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna make my investment next year, and I'm gonna fuck with the Urban X Awards because
That's what's up.
I kind of feel more comfortable around my people, seeing them on the red
Yes.
carpet and things like that. Not to cause, the frictional division with races, but at the
Right.
same time, I was like, damn, man, like, it kind of felt me like me feeling kind of like I don't belong here. And then but with the Urban X and things like that, I said, you know what? This is why I need to get my booth at. This is why I need to go in network and things. I feel more comfortable doing that. Like, I feel more comfortable seeing, like, Mystique walking down the aisle, you know what I mean, the red carpet, like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, But yeah, that's just all I want to say, man.
Well, absolutely. We
what's
definitely
up.
would love
Thank
to have you
you.
at the Urban
Come
X
out.
Awards. It's going to be
Come
August
out.
16th in Los Angeles. So we're putting up information for Urban X Awards every single day, and it's for us. So
Yeah. Thanks
make
for
sure
calling,
you-
man.
And
you
Quincy,
come in.
this is Mystique, baby. I expect to see you there.
Yes,
So
yes.
I'll see you at the Urban X Awards. Thank you for
Yes.
calling in.
All right. So what are we talking about?
So we're back
Who had
to
these
this question. What was the question?
Yeah, so for
again?
Mystique
In
now,
the
so
industry.
For
yeah,
Mystique.
so what was your expectations before getting into the industry, and then what were your thoughts after you actually got into the industry?
So my expectations were the same as they are now, high.
So did you have any personal views about what the industry was before you got in? Like, did you know anything about the industry, like coming into the industry?
I had a lot of advice given to me because I had mentioned, there were people in the industry who were top performers, kind of like what you would want to call a GOAT, like telling me things that I needed to hear, like how Alexander told Sid here. Like, it's important for people to really give you the tools. So my expectations were high coming in and coming out. I just felt like you got to be grounded and kind of be confident, honey.
Well, see,
Because people
because
see I'm comfortable with my stretch marks. I got a pinky toe. That's maybe no.
You just
I mean,
gotta
I
be
got pretty
comfortable.
feet and shit. Hold on.
Look,
That's
look,
right,
here we
so
go.
I'm just
You gotta be
saying,
comfortable
you gotta be
within
comfortable
yourself.
in yourself, flaws and all, like, because that's so. I have high expectations. Period.
We got a caller.
What's up?
And I
Call
guess I
out.
can answer that question. You can answer that
Oh,
question
yeah,
too,
yeah.
because we're still in the
Yes,
industry.
yes.
Okay, so go ahead. What's up, caller?
What's up?
Hello?
Caller. What's up? Welcome to Freaky Friday.
Hello.
Hey.
What's up, caller?
Hi, this is Carmen Hayes.
What's up, Carmen?
Carmen, hello.
Oh, what's up? What's up?
Yes,
That's
Miss
what I'm
Lady,
talking
Miss
about.
Lady.
Okay.
I just called because I just want to give everybody a shout out. I'm watching the show right now,
Hey,
and I love
beautiful.
y'all.
Hey.
And I just wanted to
Love
say that, even though I haven't been able to meet the new performers that's, up and coming, I just want to say that you guys are great, and I enjoy your work, and that I'm happy to one day be working with you.
Hell
Yeah, because
what's up.
Carmen's making a motherfucking comeback. And
coming
Carmen,
back.
because you haven't gotten a chance to
What?
meet the
Yeah.
new performers nowadays, because, me over here, we're doing Women of Adult Brunch coming up where I will have the Carmen Hayeses, the Roxy Reynolds,
God, I can't
hopefully
wait.
the Pinkies come and speak to our new generation of performers.
Oh,
Because
that's
I
what's
think
up.
it's important
dope.
that you guys know each other. Like, a lot of the performers coming up right now have no idea who paved the way for them, and that's important. So
that's so
I
Exactly.
am putting together
You're
a
right.
Women of Adult Brunch where I'll have speakers such as Carmen Hayes and, like I said, the Roxy Reynolds, some that are retired, that have been retired, that are making a comeback, or just doing other things, because obviously there's things that you do while you're in the business, but there's also a life after you get out of the business, whether it's still related to the business or it's doing something completely different,
I
so
can't lie. I almost started last year in 2018. I almost invested with Eric C. out of Las Vegas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
almost
did.
came
Yeah.
back. Well, Carmen's
We'll do
coming
our
back.
own thing.
She back.
Yeah,
Carmen
pull that
come
money
back.
out. Yeah.
Shout out to Carmen.
Yeah.
Thank you for calling.
Did you have a question for
Yay.
anybody,
Well, thank you
Carmen?
I just
Or-
wanted to send you guys a shout out and just say that I'm enjoying the show. Ever since I came on last week, now I'm all addicted. I want to see what the hell's
Yes.
going on and
What's up,
keep up with the
Carmen?
times.
That's what's up.
Thank you, beautiful.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Yes.
You guys have a good day.
All right, you
So-
too.
Much love.
So, Gianna, like,
Yes.
what were your expectations? Well, that's a different story because
Well, I mean, for me, I
you
wasn't.
got introduced to it. Like,
I got introduced to the industry. So my view of the industry, I didn't know anything about porn. I had never watched a porn a day in my life before I came into this industry.
She
I was
got the
in
best
the
view, though.
adult
Same.
industry, but I was a dancer, so I wasn't in the this side of the industry, So it was a learning experience for me, and I didn't know anything about it. So of course, being a civilian that I was, I thought porn was disgusting. Honestly, I mean, I didn't know. I just knew people were fucking for a living, like they were fucking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just only thing I knew about
Did
porn.
it bother you personally?
It didn't bother me personally because I didn't watch it. It wasn't on my radar. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like
Out
I
of sight, out
judged
of
it
mind.
because I danced for money.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was like I took my clothes off for money.
Right.
So it was kind of in the same genre, but I said last time, like my first time being on set was with this one over here, and I'm in the room like it's two people fucking, and I'm looking at the ceiling like, oh my god, I'm in the room with two people fucking. Like, when is this shit gonna be done? Like the most awkward thing for me,
Right.
because that just wasn't my world. I was kind of thrown into it and introduced to
Just
it.
walk right on in.
Right, like I just it was. I mean, and it's been like, obviously I'm still here, so it's been a great experience for me. I got a chance to learn a lot about the industry. And I always bring this up because I was an agent, and I always say, like, the adult industry is way cleaner than people out on the streets.
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's
I did
tested.
learn
Say it
that because
again.
everyone's tested. And I had an agency, and I would bring girls in, and they would have an STD because
Yeah.
civilians don't regularly get tested. So when people are like, "Oh, porn's disgusting,"
Yeah.
I'm like, when's the last time you've been tested? Because you know, I don't know. So my experience going in was I didn't know anything about it, and I only thought it was a disgusting thing. But as learning the industry and learning the people in the industry, and being around the industry, I've learned so much, and it's been a great experience for me. That's why I'm here and building brands and making things for everyone to come together as one.
Yes.
So
Connecting.
that's
out
my
to
experience.
Yeah. From not knowing to knowing, I guess.
Right.
You know, what is the questions like? What is your
Actually,
expectations?
actually, I have a question just for you. Actually,
For me?
yeah, and then the panel, you guys can answer this too.
Okay.
Worst day on set.
Well, see, what do we ask him from? What standpoint? Because we ask.
You
we
mean
ask
like
him
when
from a
something didn't
performer
go well?
standpoint
That's
or
fine.
a
Wor-
director
just the
standpoint.
worst experience you had on set.
Period.
Wow, man, that's I really didn't have, you know what, honestly, like, I had bad days, but I try to prepare myself for not having bad days on set. Things happen beyond your control, like, obviously. I think the worst day for me on set, personally, really didn't have anything to do with a actual scene. It has something to do with the preparation for the scene. It was downtown on Spring Street, and I typically would use locations that were not porno specific, like mansions, bedrooms, stuff like that. So we were in the basement of this building, and they were renovating some stuff below, and there was they had like this room where they would keep these long, tall doors that were all glass. And my lighting guy had grabbed one of the doors, and a piece of glass was loose, and it fell off, and it came down, and it almost put my eye out. So what it ended up doing was like stabbing me right here in my cheek. So if I had moved forward, then I would have lost an eye.
Oh shoot.
So for me, that was just like, thinking about that was just like,
Wait.
you know, I could have went blind.
No, I
Today.
have a bad day on set for you. That was a bad day, but I'm gonna tell you the worst day on set for him.
You gonna tell
Our
me?
makeup artist gave him a
Yeah, okay,
marijuana brownie.
All right,
or something
you're
like
right. You're right. Let me
that.
tell
That had
this.
to be his worst day
Let me
on
tell
set.
this story because this actually was for me. Right, for me it was my bad. It was my worst day. Okay, so we're on set, and you know I'm shooting pretty girls or whatever. So we take a break, and then my makeup artist is sitting in the kitchen, and then my PA's running around, and then she says, hey. DeVoe, do you want this brownie? And I'm just like, yeah. Like, you made some brownies? Like, fuck it, give me that shit. So I'm sitting over there just like tearing this shit up. Like, I ate the whole brownie. So they just laughing. I'm trying to figure out, what the fuck are y'all laughing at?
I wasn't
Like,
there.
She wasn't there. So
I
I'm
didn't
like,
know
what the
anything
fuck?
about
Like,
it.
what the fuck are y'all laughing for? Like, you know. So some reason I look at the package, and it's got this label on it, and it says cannabis, a cannabis brownie. So they gave me an edible.
Now we're talking about somebody that doesn't
Don't
barely
do- like,
drinks.
I don't do drugs.
He
Whatever.
never done a drug,
So I'm
doesn't smoke. He gets drunk off of fucking orange juice. Okay?
So I'm sitting there. I'm like,
So-
okay, I gotta go finish, like, you know, doing a setup or whatever. So I start smacking pictures. I start taking pics, and then I start going the, and I'm just like, my mind is like, what the fuck is happening? This shit wasn't computed, so everybody's looking at me like, what the fuck is wrong with this motherfucker? Is he about to have a stroke or some shit? So I ended up like having to cancel the scene, and I was high for like 3 days. I had like this really adverse reaction, so I was fucked up for 3 whole days. I lost money. It cost me like $1,000.
for that day
that
of
day,
shooting because he
'cause I
had to
lost it.
cancel.
And when I called her, she was laughing, and I said, you know what? Like I could have had a really, really bad reaction. I could have actually died from that shit because my body had never been introduced to that type of shit before. So that, I mean, it was a bad day, but it wasn't.
I mean,
like
that was
a weird feeling that you experienced.
It was
right?
yeah. That's I mean, I would say that's a pretty bad day. I
I
mean,
think
it's fucked up
there's a lot
because
of-
first of all, you had to cancel a whole scene, and we all know like canceling scenes is like you know if one is costing you money, two you don't know if you can get that talent back for that next day. You're at a location.
Okay, I got it.
you
Here's
know,
my
so-
worst day. Here's my worst day on scene. I got set up one time by this dude, and this dude like he used to have these locations. So he's like, yeah, he's like Devon, I got this new location that I want to use. And this was the time when LAPD was running stings and shit, like busting people's sets and stuff.
I remember this one. I remember about this one.
So I'm on set, right? And it was just like a weird, like, you know, like when shit don't go, when you get this feeling like something's fucked up.
Yeah.
So we go to the location, like, you know, there's a car rolling around a motherfucker. Like, the person who was at the house, she was acting real weird. So I'm just like, okay, let's fucking shoot the scene. So we inside the house, and then the dude, like, he showed up at the location and he left. So we shooting, everybody's like butt naked. So there was a knock at the door, right? So I'm just like, who the fuck is that? Like, I'm like, who the fuck is, like, who's at the door? So the girl comes from upstairs. She's running down the motherfucker to open the door. I said, don't open the door up. The cops are at the door. So you can see the cops, like, walking around the building. So I was like, okay, fuck it. Let's just, you know, get this shit, go to the corner and hide. So we're hiding. This bitch goes to the door, opens up the door, and then the cops come in. And then everybody's naked. So they have us all lined up, and then they take my shit, confiscate the footage, and then it's like, okay, we could have arrested you today, but we didn't. So that's my worst day on set.
Oh yeah, because
When we got raided, and they took my shit.
We got a caller. What's up, caller?
What's up, caller?
What's up, caller?
What up?
Hello, how's everybody doing? My name is Ralph Terry.
What's up?
Hey, what's cracking?
What's going on? I happen to be home and I saw the show. I wanted to call in and say hi. I heard you guys talking about your bad days on set, and I was like, wow, I've had a few bad days on set myself.
What's your bad day story?
The worst day I ever had on set was with one of my clients and actually two girls and this new guy that thought he could do porn, you know, buff. And he comes into the scene. The scene was for him to have sex with these two girls. So he comes onto the stage. He comes onto the scene, and he walks in the thing like he's RoboCop, right? And we had to stop shooting. I pulled him aside. I said, "Yo, bro, listen. You about to have every man's fantasy. You about to have sex with two girls. Why are you coming into the scene so stiff? Relax, calm down, be cool, be smooth." So then he comes back and he's kind of smooth, but he can't get hard. So we stop filming, and one girl gives him head, and he still can't get hard. Then both of them start giving the guy head, and he still can't get hard. So then one girl takes him to the bathroom and starts having sex with him, and he still can't get hard.
Damn.
So this dude that swore up and down that he could fuck like the world can't do nothing. He wasted an entire day because he couldn't get hard.
Well, you let him waste a day?
And actually, I was on set, but it wasn't my set because after the first 15 minutes, he would have had to go.
Right.
But people said, give him a chance because he's new, and I was like, he got to go.
Okay, that's a
Did you
got
find a
to
replacement?
go.
That's a nice story.
Did you have a backup, a replacement?
There was no backup, huh?
Oh wow.
So you guys were
No
just on all
backup.
set waiting for this dude to get wood. Yeah, that I
Waiting.
mean, that kind of I mean it sucks because it's y'all know how it goes with the locations and stuff. But most of the guys that come into business and think that they think it's bedroom fucking. First of all, if you're new, you don't realize that there's lights, there's other people, there's you know what I mean. So it's not as easy as most guys think.
Y'all know
so they think they can just come in and fuck.
Y'all know
and
I
they
used to.
can't.
Y'all know I used to do scenes.
Let me
right?
let me check. Can I tell you my
Do we-
experience?
Sid-
Yeah, we
wait,
need to know
wait.
Sid's experience.
Sid, you gonna
yes.
tell the story, man?
Yeah, man.
Which one?
But again, it was working with TT Boy. Man.
Oh, I thought you were gonna tell one with Gianna.
I was brand new, right? And like, I fucked up on my first two scenes. So like, and Mark Anthony was like, "Hey, TT Boy, man, give you your last shot right here. This is it right here, right?" I was like, man, I'm on the pressure, right? And man, like, they brought this nice girl in, man. So I was just like, heaven since that point. Heaven. But I felt the pressure. But after that, it was like the worst day because I felt pressured. to doing that shit. It just didn't come naturally. I felt pressure, but it turned out good for me though.
So what are
Can I tell-
some
can
of the
I-
reasons why
can-
your penis won't work?
Can I
though?
tell a performance worst day for me?
Oh,
Because
well,
y'all don't
that's
know.
what we asked because I was
Oh,
like,
'cause
what
I
do
thought
we
y'all were
ask?
directors.
Well, I said, what are we going
Performance.
from
Okay,
a
from a
performer
performer.
or a
This is-
director?
this is when I had,
standpoint?
like-
I was throwing shade.
Okay, this is
But,
when I had a curly hair. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if motherfuckers know me, like, they knew back in the day, like, I had this red curly hair shit, like
curly.
like Prince. Okay, so it was this dude
looking
named
like
Slay.
Rico Suave and shit.
It's this dude named Slane Wayne, and he came from Hollywood, so he was like directing movies. So the setup was like, okay, where the Houdini house used to be, there was like this field or whatever. So he didn't tell us what the setup was gonna be before we got there. So we get there, and he's like, yeah, okay, it was me, Julian. Speaking of Mark Anthony, and a couple more dudes, right? So he go, this is your outfit. So the shit he gave us was like a loincloth, right? So like a little thing you put around, so you supposed to strip down. So we got in the middle, cars are passing by. So it was like, okay, I want y'all to get naked and then put these little cups on because y'all gonna play like y'all natives. So not only you gonna wear the loincloth, we're gonna dress you up and put white stuff on your thing like you just Aborigine motherfucker. So I'm just like, this shit is kind of weird. Like, you know, I'm not with it. So he go, not only are you gonna wear the loincloth and put the white shit on, like you're not gonna speak in regular English. Y'all gonna just go hoo 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 like that. That's how you gonna respond. So the premise was is like, okay, we got spears. So he added a spear to the shit too. So he gave us spears. He's like, yo, okay, y'all gonna be in the jungle. You're gonna see this white girl, and then y'all gonna accost her, and then end up like gang fucking or whatever. So that's what happened. So we in the thing, like me and Mark Anthony are creeping through the jungle. Do we see the girl? So we just like talking hoot to each other, like hoo 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 hoo, like that. So the whole time in my mind, I'm like, damn, like this is why I don't put myself in this type of situation because this shit is like stereotypical, like type shit. I don't want to do it. So the whole time I'm thinking like I don't want to do it. So I know like when I get there, my dick ain't gonna work, right? So we chase the girl down, get on this thing, and then we supposed to like gang bang her or whatever. So they come out of they loincloth already hard. Didn't even touch the girl. Like from the hoo hoo hoo, they dicks were already hard. So I'm sitting there just like, okay, well I gotta touch the girl, I gotta interact with her. There's gotta be chemistry, like all this type of shit. So what happens when you on set and everybody's dick is hard? You trying to figure out like why your shit ain't hard. So what you happen? You said what happened to your dick? It starts to shrink and get smaller. So my shit is just like tiny, and it's time for me to present in front of the camera. I can't do it, so I start panicking. Yeah, so I started panicking, and then I ended up like exiting the scene while everybody else was hoo hoo hoo, like having
like
sex
a
with the
shit
girl.
show.
So for me, I think that was like
So
the
you-
personal.
You guys have it hard. Guys have it a lot harder than females. I'm gonna have to say because
No, 'cause I wasn't
would
taking
say because your
Viagra, though.
tools have. Well, I mean, not only that, like it's a mental thing though. Because if you're mentally not there, then you're gonna fucking check
Yeah,
out.
but
your
I didn't
dick
know
is not gonna
everybody
work.
else was taking Viagra then.
Oh,
either.
so you was
that
oh,
makes
so
I
that
was,
makes
I
a
was
difference.
unenhanced, and I didn't
Well,
know they
damn,
were
you,
taking Viagra.
you just gonna put them out there. Y'all motherfuckers was taking
No, some
Viagra.
real
Y'all
shit, though.
cheated.
That's real shit.
So okay, so we're almost out of time, but I need to know Mystique. What's your worst day on set, Ben? Do we ask
Has she
you
had
that?
a worst day?
Have
yet?
you had a
Or has
worst
it all
day?
been amazing days.
I've had amazing days.
Loads.
I haven't had
Yeah.
any bad
Okay,
days.
well,
We have one fan question from
Mystique
Mystique.
over there draining dicks, so she has amazing days. Okay, what's the
One
last
fan question from
question?
Mystique. What's off limits on set?
What's off limits on set? You do anal?
I do now.
Oh,
Now, you like it? You like
Oh.
anal? Like,
Do I like anal?
Is
I
it good?
can't even speak on whether or not I like it because I got a few major company scenes that booked me for anal. But we'll talk about it after.
Oh,
those
okay, so
scenes are
she's-
done.
you-
So
you
I'll
new
be
to it.
back.
she's a
Then we'll
newbie.
talk
She's a
Oh
about
well,
newbie.
we got some backdoor key
Backdoor
for you.
key.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
We got the back. Make sure you go get some of that backdoor key.
Okay. And I'm gonna go ahead and support the Black Door Key. And
Backdoor,
I'm, y'all know,
backdoor key, but it is owned by a black woman. So you supporting
Backdoor
the
Key. I'm supporting.
yes, yes.
I need whatever I need to make that scene in that little.
Girl,
That's a tight
yeah,
hole,
yeah.
honey.
You'll be
We'll
good.
talk about tight holes.
Yep. So
Yeah,
so
that's
what's
good.
off limits then? Do you have any
I don't
limitations?
have any off limits at this.
So
point.
she
Oh,
doesn't.
shit.
She
That's
this is the
dangerous.
perfect performer right here. No limitations.
Y'all could call me weird, but I told you I'm inclined with sexual activity. I know sex, so I like I want a tranny.
Okay.
what?
I want a
Tranny?
midget.
A
Few
midget?
bitches. Couple of guys.
Damn, she want to game.
She want to do a little bit of everything.
But keep in mind when you say you don't have limits, like trust me, in the business, there's situations
you will
where
find
you
some limitations.
you will not like
Pulling
you can
of
be
the
put in,
hair.
you can be put in situations where you really are like being pushed over the edge because whatever that you can think about that can be created, somebody can create that.
We're just going to
situation for
say
you.
that no one has pushed Mystique to her limit.
Not limitless
yes.
yet. I'm not there. But when it comes up, I'm extremely vocal and verbal.
So
They'll
when-
know about it.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to check back with the limitations on Mystique. So we're
'Cause it's
we're
like all
actually
nice.
almost out of time. So I want to go around the table and get what everybody has going on. We're gonna start with Sid. Give a shout out, whatever you got
Dice.
going on.
Rick
Where can
Ross.
people find you?
When is your music
all of
dropping,
that good
man?
stuff.
When that CD dropping? Like, I want to get that.
Hey, you can follow me on Instagram at Sid_MCT at MPC Bodybuilder. For the ladies only, March 21st at Club Exotic. Address is 790 9th Place, East 9th Place in downtown Los Angeles. I need y'all dressed in biker attire. It's a male review show for you ladies, all right? Come dressed to impress.
All right, y'all heard it from
That's what's
Big
up.
Sid, Big Dice, all that
Big
good shit. You
Dice,
know,
Rick
Dice in the
Ross.
building.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mystique, what you got going on, boo?
Hey, it's your girl Mystique. I got some shit popping. I got another browser scene coming up this month for you guys. I'm dropping actually one of my new Foxy Brown series. If you're not up on it, get on it. I don't always look like this. I transform, honey. I like purity. So one of my Foxy Brown series is doing really, really good. You guys are really loving it. And I'm dropping another part 6 tomorrow on my OnlyFans.
Nice.
As far as my Instagram, good luck. They're not porn friendly. This is my third page.
Oh yeah,
I'm
because
like,
you keep getting
keep
deleted.
getting deleted.
I don't know why that happens because
Even if
I've
I
seen.
do a side boob, somebody not happy.
Because
with
your
it.
I don't know.
titties is too big.
No, I don't know. I don't even know why that happens because I've seen some
Leave me
crazy shit on
alone.
there.
yeah, me too.
They just
Yeah.
mess with the porn stars. I think
They
they
do.
really target the porn stars, to be honest.
So
that's
my
typical
new
hater.
Instagram, about 7 days now maybe, is Ebony_Goddess Mystique. You can find me there, but my Twitter's popping and they love me over there.
Yeah.
So Ebony Goddess M, and I'm doing whatever I want.
Right.
So
And your
We didn't get to see the.
OnlyFans?
We didn't
And
get
my
to.
OnlyFans.
And we didn't even get to see the titties or guess the titty size today.
I know we didn't get to do that today. We
Let's do it real
normally
quick.
that.
What size are your
let-
titties? Let's see.
Ooh.
You blocking
Anyone
all
guess?
this? I
Them
can't
titties
see the.
is-
I
them
can't see the
titties is
titties.
falling
Can
out.
anyone guess?
Damn. Let's see. I'm pretty good at guessing. Let's say you got
Just
a
look
double
great.
D, like a 30, 34 double Ds.
Those is bigger than some D's.
So
What
these
size are they?
are supposedly a 36D.
Oh, that's
see,
it?
I was close.
Wrong, 36 triple D.
Close.
That was my other set.
Triple
Sorry,
D.
these are new. 36 triple D. But I just got resized and I'm a 34F, honey.
Thank you.
F.
I thought
Oh,
so. I
shit.
knew they was
Those
bigger
look
than some
great.
Those
D's.
are
So I'm
big
no more
titties.
triple D. I done moved up.
I knew they was bigger
Shit.
than some D's. So your OnlyFans page? What's your OnlyFans page so they can find you?
Onlyfans.com, Ebony_Mystique. It's Liddy.
All right, y'all. Make sure y'all
Lady.
check out Mystique, and you guys, of course, know you find me at I Love Stilts and Urban X Awards. Check for urbanxawards.com. We got a lot of stuff going on. New.
Do what?
My
Are
mind
you
just
tipsy?
went
You
blank.
drank a
Yeah,
whole bunch
I'm
of
always
alcohol over
tipsy
here.
before
Oh,
the
you
end of the
drank all that
show,
shit.
but we'll have some new announcements coming up soon. So my Twitter, my Instagram,
She on Instagram.
my Facebook, everything is Urban X Awards, and I Love Stilts with AZ, ILUVSTILTZ. Go follow me.
Yes.
And
I have
GiannaTipsy.com.
AKA Gianna Taylor. I have Cage Rage coming up, female cage fighting that I host, and I also have a twerk contest coming up on the 21st for all you ladies that want to come shake some ass for some
talking
cash.
about
Hit
this
me up.
Shake
aight?
that ass for
All
that
right now.
cash.
You long when you
Gianna.
tipsy like a motherfucker. Like you. She's, she
said
tipsy.
my
show
She be
ass.
tipsy
We're
by the
having
end of
fun
the
over here, guys.
So yeah, it's fun. Like, urbanxawards.com, Urban X Awards, August 16th. And I'm writing 2 books. Not one, but 2. That's dropping in the fall.
Hey,
And some movie stuff we
congratulations,
working on.
man.
Huh?
Congratulations
2
on
books,
that.
yeah. It's gonna be crazy.
Yes.
That's some life story type shit. Like all that stuff that we talk about
Yeah.
that I ain't never said before is
Yeah.
coming out in the books.
Absolutely.
That's gonna be crazy.
I'm expecting Urban X Awards this year to be so the fuck out.
Yes.
understand?
I'm gonna come, man.
Oh,
You coming?
yes.
Oh,
You're
that's
gonna
right.
I know let you down in the past, but I'm gonna come.
That's gonna be
now that I'm
wild.
back home here in LA.
Yeah,
I'm
it's gonna be
looking
wild.
We're
forward
gonna have
to it.
Mystique, and we're gonna have Big
Urban
Sid at
X-
Urban
Urban
X
X is
Awards.
turning
Y'all,
up.
y'all know Urban X is a whole
That's the Porn
motherfucking
Grammys. What's
weekend.
wrong with y'all?
So
Come on.
we
Okay, that's
we the
Freaky
whole
Friday.
we the whole weekends from the 14th to the
can't wait.
16th. We got the pool party
acting
popping
all the
off.
way
We
up,
got the
honey.
black lingerie party popping, and
Black
then Urban X Awards. So.
lingerie.
So you know we gotta
So
act
it's
a
been a
damn fool
blast
for the
in here
weekend.
today.
So all
A lot
right,
of
well,
titties.
our time
some
is up.
history.
So y'all know where to
History,
find us
yeah.
next Friday,
Next Friday.
same time, same motherfucking place.
Freaky
Freaky
Fridays.
Fridays.
Freaky
Fridays.
Fridays. Y'all been amazing. Adios.
It was fun.
That was dope, y'all. That was dope.
Yeah. Ooh, my hair.
Have fun.
Lord, have mercy.
Now, real quick, baby, can I?
Bitch, give me that. Smacking ass cheeks while I'm hitting that. Hit it from the back in my wave cap. Don't run from the dick, bitch, I hate that. I need a bitch that's gon' swallow. I need a bitch drink lean out the bottle. I need a bitch that's gon' lie, we get jammed up. I need a bitch shoot the Glock till the jam up. Get it crack. Need a bitch suck dick, needs action. Bitches, I don't wanna fuck, be tryna bash me. Bitch, you wasn't saying that last week. Bitch, you lost me. Salty, I ball Steve Harvey. No kids, but I'm strapped like a car seat. Jealous ass baby daddy's tryna off me. Bitch, pass that. I hit it, didn't call, and you mad at me. I'm a player, got the game from my granddaddy. Wanna spend some time with me, throw a band at me, bitch. Bitch, give me that. Smacking ass cheeks while I'm hitting that. Hit it from the back in my wave cap. Don't run from the dick, bitch, I hate that. I need a bitch that's gon' swallow. I need a bitch drink lean out the bottle. I need a bitch that's gon' lie, we get jammed up. I need a bitch shoot the Glock till the jam up. Bitch, give me that. Got my music playing while I'm killing that. She want a pillow talk, but I ain't feeling that. Bitch, I'm too high, where the ceiling at, bitch? I need a bitch with her own weed. Don't wait for me, buy her